Earth to Earth. Whoa. And playing as you would tell the guts of Beatrice's games in order to solve the station. Man defeated Muslim and ashes to ashes, dust to dust, illusion to illusion, and dreams to dreams. A dream is something that can draw between the sand and coming in with seething waves. Something so fraudulent as light back each time the waves draw back. For that reason, the heartless might see you at the drawing and call it useless. However, there's no way that ever come again to wipe out the dream she drew. Her final and beautiful dream will not disappear for all eternity. Come try to picture it. A picture of a gentle afternoon sunshine on the warm sunny day, as though the light would never dim again. After all, it's such a wonderful thing. When it's your final dream. Probius Valgira Maro. Suspects were gathered in the room. Several inquisitors were reporting others. Results of their exploitation. The weavers closely resembled those of insulin junk food, but they were slightly different. However, the badges signifying the department. It came to the sound of someone clapping their hands at once. It was a female inquisitor, and led to a scene on all the wheezing having completed. The attention is, without a doubt, the preceding object as who the non-existence of the alibi. At the other end of pointing a finger was a quavering maid with flying eyes, and he was, no, that wasn't important. All that mattered was that she can completely into her locker room study where the victim is found. And furthermore, it's been proven that her claimed alibi for the time now was kind and contradicted. Shaking, the maid tried to continue her ideological appearance, but all of her arguments had already been destroyed. This we found suspicious proof that for the hooted and the howled, know your position as the culprit is now an unshakable fact. You must be joking. Why would I kill the master of love respected soul? Doesn't that kind of sound... That does not sound like Shion. Who's that? I have no motive, no reason. Who did it and how? None of these reasons are all made established. Pay attention to big to a point view of the following. None of your motives are unnecessary and mischievous. The quiz was spoke coldly. I finished my wishes, but Brigade was spoke back in the castle, which lay alternate in a bedlock with many beautiful roses. I placed battle moving on to the front of the castle wearing his torch to the Lord's cape. The cape was supposed to represent dignity and majesty, but somehow made Val look smaller. Val had a book with a majestic binding in his hand. It was a game record that had just been written, or perhaps it was a tale, a game. It was a fragment, written in it. It was a dream that was probably more enjoyable for her than any other. Val pressed against his forehead to contend for some time. And he kissed her and lightly drained the other casket. It was placed upon her dress and made her look like a little kid clutching her favorite stuffed animal she dreaded to sleep. This story is my gift to you. The only tale that there will ever be. This tale was shut up with you in your casket for all eternity. No one will be able to read it except for you and your casket. Shut away in the cat box. The only unhinged change. Invaluable, eternal tale. No one will be able to defy it. No one can deny it. No one can argue against it. So long as it's just me and her, just the two of us. This is the one and only certain truth. Those bastards. And dashed through the town, wiping twilight. The daytime hustle and the bustle of this old-fashioned fort, which have been combination with its stylistic beauty, was classic style of the last century. Now that seemed little and mere dream. The old shedding sunlight already hiding behind the clock tower, nearly hours of poorly descending to dark. Where is this location? Nah! And as the gas was beginning to turn, only made the darkness of the twilight stood out all the more. The man explained that there was no time. He had to hurry. He had several experiences to do the things that he had to check, and it's all taking longer than he expected. Yeah, there's no mistake here. The who didn't and how didn't is all you need in the mysteries. A mysterious genre, the motive and the who didn't was the least procedural. The only thing needed from the murder was the culprit to commit it. No part of that requires a motive, so it's usually the most ignored element. In fact, these days, there are even some who call it a necessary element in mystery stories. If it's determined the culprit is nothing but a white down as a known mystery, that's propaganda. However, that doesn't mean you can't ignore the motive. That doesn't mean you just make it okay to ignore the heart. I don't know how enjoyable her fire was to be. I doubt there was anyone who can disturb it. After all, who could possibly disturb the secret was trying to dream with a smile on his face. It's time for us to leave. If we're too reason we wake up her first. Right. Oh, it crashed. That's like that's karma set in stone for like what's about to happen in Arc 7. Oh god, guys, Arc 7 gonna be scary. Battle and the gang have not got out. There's a bit of a difficulty. Also, it's much easier than like stuff like Turn of the Witch or like Arc 4, which is also something to note. Earth to Earth. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, illusion to illusion. Is that herself?
猫箱に閉ざされた唯一不変不可侵の永遠の物語。
だから誰にも物語を汚せない、否定で反論できない、俺とこいつだけの二人だけの唯一絶対の真実。
Damn. I sneezed directly into my hand. that shit to John Watson. John to have him with chill for the children. The class of the Mati. That seemed like an injury. Yep.
Missed. ホワイトロー雑穀。
私たちは彼女の最後の眠りが
Both know
ど
how
れほ
enjoyable
ど
her
楽しい
final
もの
lives
であ
would
る
be.
かを知っています。だから
So I doubt
何
there's
人
anyone
も
who can
楽しい
disturb
夢
it.
に微笑む
After
この
all,
眠りを妨
we
げ
can
られる
possibly
もの
disturb
な
the
ど
sleep of a
いる
child.
わけもないのですから。さあ、
Come.
私たちは
It's
も
time
う
for us to leave.
私たちが賑
If
や
we're
か
too
にして
noisy,
い
we'll
た
wake up from our dream.
ら彼女の夢を眠りを
Who
覚
are they?
ましてしまい
Are
ま
they
す。
putting Beatrice to West?
そうだな。
You're
寝
right.
ている子には毛布をかけて。
What else should you put a sleepy kid on them except a blanket on them? Okay, we're back.
部屋を暗くして
Turn off the lights and walk out
静かに
quiet.
立ち去るのが決まりってもんだ。
Looking at the castle one last time. Miguel had turned around quickly. Ballard did the same, but he stopped to face the rose-covered altar. Ballard said his final words to his heart. As long as those words didn't mean his love, no one ever know what they were. However, those words caused Ballard expression during several times. Earlier he followed silently, his voice calm and remorse, and then he changed to a resigned, bittersweet smile. After I drew several through varied expression, and the final expression caused her face a surprisingly gentle smile. Something rose to Ballard's lips, however, he backed it a little down. There can certainly be no words expressing many feelings he kept to his chest. So saying anything out loud would probably be crude. Ballard understood this and stopped himself from speaking once with a resigned smile.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
お礼を言われるような
I've
こと
done nothing to
あ
deserve
と
you.
を頼む。
I'll leave the rest to you. Oh shit. I was looking at my Ballard turned away from the altar one more time and left the chapel. That also disappeared. All the disturbances that might be interrupted had bliss of speed was gone. So I'm not getting interrupted. He puts this listen to a calm no score phone voice. The list of the fabric slowly as a maid accusing murder of a master. However, she did nothing but bury the fall of her own power. They're all mere emotional arguments. However, I'm at 7 minutes, so I have no motive for killing me. Not how much he spoke, it only made her look more like the finally true culprit struggling pathetically. Damn. Who done it and how done it with death? Flew wide down the wall of the heart who would kill. Not how much she spoke of gratitude for her absolutely graciously that had given her a job when she was left bobbing the shoes of Aries and hers didn't help a person in spite of the mystery drama. Damn! What her motive didn't matter. All that could just be squeezed out of the culprit afterwards. Inquisitor took a wall of the parchment head forth, cutting out the maid's solid.
あなたがいかにして犯行に及んだ
So you committed
その
the
告発
crime.
は大
All the indictment that have been received by the great court and you decision
これがあなたの
Here's the one for you. But if it's no such a thing as completely stealing so that's not up from telling the culprit. I mean, y'all are kinda toxic. I'm on a big to inform you of the following. Oh shit, that is an inquisitive. Oh nah, these arcs are getting crazier and crazier. We already gone through goddamn marriage with Erica. What's next for this prologue? I like these flash forwards in the prologue. They cool to tell us little details. Now that we're the SSV, because various methods of forcing unrepentant criminals to receive the truth. We fast with these integral truths, best by the powers of justice. We acquitted with strict violence, but no question hanging you by them, and dividing the truth, what you value. It is even necessary to correct. That's the voice that made. Doesn't mean I didn't kill Master. No. Damn, that's sad. Fine, we'll just... Put it right there. You've got the wrong culprit. The man kicked the door open and the prisoners were shocked at the sight of him. Why are you here? Know that you're no longer in charge of this case. Why? You find one person without an alibi just to choose the culprit. You really think this movement is going to have a heart and crime? Crimes are committed by people. There are no crimes without a heart. Heart never accept the theory. Any theory that ignores the heart. Yep. Like legitimately. For one, we got the whodunit Erica, how done it, chopped head off, and motive. Cause she didn't want them to live after the culprit searcher. She did not want anyone to save Battler. No, that you're focused on the why done is unnecessary. Even the good good has over now he is known as the culprit. Good good has heard the argument that the man must be guilty because of the cipher as alibi. And by that mistake, your overconfidence and conceited wisdom. If any of the other sisters existed alibi, your evidence so far proves nothing. Just look how pathetic so these alibis are. The clock in the reception hall chime at midnight at the exactly right time. The dog in the back door bark at everyone. You have managed to prove that these alibis false. Congratulations. But does it end there? It might be possible for it to do it. But does she have any more alibis? Are the alibis for the others absolutely perfect? Yeah, like legitimately, if you actually got the culprit, they have a certain air to them. For example, Goldsmith. We got the whodunit, Goldsmith, howdunit, using servants to do his dirty work, and whydunit, Beatrice. $100 and detectives and make them all surrender. I thought Gap was gonna have a little bit more relevance. Never keep on searching if you want to find out this. But for some god against the victim of some monkey-related problems. Don't abandon the motive, don't abandon the heart. Try mysteries or what the motive can just be figured out later. Not worth anyone's time. That's true. Like the whodunit. Again, everybody so far that was the culprit had a whodunit. Even Beatrice Ava had a whodunit. There was a whodunit, Ava, a howdunit do magic. At least that's what Beatrice Ava likes. Those, why donut? Because she a goddamn sadist. She enjoys being able to kill people however she wants, and just to be able to bring them back. Even that girl has a why done it, and even though her why done it is legitimately basically for pleasure, she still had a why done it. The maid isn't culprit, then why should you have fake an alibi? Even as we search questions of waste of time. Now that we have interrogated, we know the wedge you didn't have aside the wedge will the evidence just have not done. Yeah, you can probably do that. You can use the torture of your sweet ethic as seen by the eyes of God. But you know what? I never accept mysteries and deal with the black heart. I have already taken responsibility for this case. I have even half of the clue right here. Come allies. No, there's no reason to hesitate. I already used the lessons made. I should give the order her superior to hesitate looking back and forth. I think that's superior in that man. I'm gonna let you. The real culprit is a different person. It's possible to use a motive to find them. And the alibi trick is no more. You can't forget the heart. Yep. Oh! He got it unstacked. You can't forget the heart because like everybody so far had a motive. Well, again, even Beatrice Ava had a motive. Even Beatrice has a motive, though Beatrice gotta be the most complicated person who was murdering people with a motive. Because Beatrice's motive is still relatively unknown. No, I think it's actually done out of love, but Beatrice's motives are very complex. There's no need for that. We just have to find the suspicious ones who can completely come out and tell us with them to speak out the word trail. On the off chance they're not the culprit. We just have to interrogate the next suspect. Already sounds bad, lady. You call that reasoning? That's not reasoning, that's just threatening people. Stand back. We arrest that woman. Other the maid is the culprit. Nah, bro, you respectful. It is forbidden for the silver to be the culprit. What? Did you say? Words of the power blast way updated is trying to arrest the maid. Bandai 20 rules. Rule 11. If you want to torture this maid, make sure you check the alibis for the second wife and alibi first. Those two have already cleared an alibi for a crime. An alibi? I damn fool like you can understand no matter how easy I make it for you. If you want to call yourself a chief because you're trying to figure at least that much for yourself. Until then, I'll be taking that maid to West Warren. What about you? Can you prove that the maid didn't commit the crime? I know she was clearly away from the kitchen time of the crime. What was she doing and where? She can't prove it. I can't prove it. And you can't prove it. No one can. That's why you have no choice but to put the use of torture device to interrogate to the word truth to be done. You can see that as much blood as the truth from the true culprit as you damn please. And know this. Why are you telling to torture anyone who isn't the culprit? This is why everyone says you're too soft. All the suspects must be interrogated. Yikes, lady. I don't know why you say that all the suspects must be interrogated. You know, Bulbasaur's game seems very sadistic. Well, it kind of makes sense. I do not know where this place is, though. This is a completely different place from Agi. What the fuck? Nah, did we go even further into the future or something? Or did we go even further into the past? Bro, this game keeps getting Umineko keeps getting crazier and crazier. This was just a mystery on 1986. All of a sudden we time travel into the future with Agi, and maybe to the past with this guy. That's how we prisoners conduct our witch trials. That's why we always feeling evil witches are our trial. However, we must not withhold the innocent. We must not suspect them. All humans have their own personal truth. And those should only be exposed when they commit crimes. I'm gonna give them the right to expose them. But there's one thing we cannot do. What? No, not even God has the right to expose the innocent truth of the ones who are not sinned. Yes! We may finally realize that he was trying to protect her. I don't know who you are, but thank you. very much. I am not willing to let go. Yes, I know. Your boyfriend said he will give up everything because he had a alibi. You should thank him. That kid said that honor and reputation are nothing compared to you. But if he does that, he will. It won't come to that. Exposing the secrets between levels of job with the that's not a mystery. I never allowed for your heart this evening. Next let's on the lens saw expression like as it kind of makes it undeserved. I'm sure you two will be happy together. Still, being together in the secret of job is hard to play together. Try to keep that to a minimum. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. These other words are only heard by the two of them. The man hasn't learned of her any since then. I'm trying to prove it by exposing the secrets of the pale levels. But she had to rush into such solutions. As well the evidence trying to expose this by forcible means. This one has to be making instant to create a corporal and knows to tread more the heart for the instant of the process. Heart matters. Just want to play detective and not forget the heart. Forgetting him, we're just intellectual rapists. That's what Erica called herself, and it makes sense, bro. If you're a suspect in Erica's eyes, she is going to interrogate you with the most uber interrogation. Which is why it's so impressive that like Battler and Beatrice were able to like at least defeat Erica a few times, even despite that. Because Erica was hounding at anybody who was a detective, have goddamn superpowers that is actually kind of stupid. Don't forget it. Why are people using intellect? Because it's couldn't argue about anything other than man's supposed to work. The man is will. But everyone used to call him a different title. Chief Inquisitor SD, the 8th destructive with penalty, invite the forced agency of the great court of heaven. God damn. Where is Will? Witch hunting in the light. Oh, the SP, the Eggman. Wishes when operation first class cruises is a criminal. Yes, it's good for being ruthless and responsible. I was transplanted to change his attitude. This concern is all figures in late business as the agent regard their trifles. Now everyone has given up trying to understand him. It's always made a rupture. Only a few things over your bosses and your right. That was the last time I am leaving behind for you. If you want to be the next witch hunting light, remember, never forget it. Whoa! The intro changed, bro. Yeah. This Final Fantasy. The murder of Beatrice. Quietly. The murder of Beatrice. The rain fell down. The wind of feathers dripped down over the outer lines of travel, quickly washing the days to the world of live. The travel doors were open, only for wedding those invitations would be allowed in. However, field was open for the wills of the memory of the deceased. This must be a funeral. The only above I was holding the travel, it was Will. Reception decks have been set up near the entrance of the chapel. A figure approached Kana, who had been sitting in the desk, stood up and walked over. This is the reception desk. We're connecting names of the murder. If you would sign here. Sorry. But I'm not here to murder. I'm here to meet up with someone. Seems that figure to meet up with someone. A dubious expression was on Kana's face. When we pulled the novel from his pocket and showed up his fingers. Can you at least have one of those? I'm sure she'll be pleased. Handing over a gun was handed to almost. Will took it and slightly bowed his head into the chapel. Inside the chapel, several people who appeared to be a family of the deceased were gathered together. Not seemed to be recalling some memories of the departed. Chris! Oh! Why? Why? Father, you must compose yourself. Why did you wait in the waiting room for a bit? I killed her. I did. How can you be Moses' son? Father's really baller. Yeah, Beatrice. I'm sure he didn't quite as much when mother passed away. Hey, I was not the type to say things like that. Some saw unable to conceal this, so talk softly to old members. You don't remember the part of their own amazing team. We'll approach the altar and several people will turn around. Because no one knew who Will was. When there's no mind, Will walked in front of the castle of the altar, which seemed to be buried in golden walls. From the castle there was no corpse. Inside there was thought, in place of a body, would be a single thick book with a shadow against bounding. The streets of mine was filled with countless gods of roses. There were words painted on the book's cover. To my beloved Beatrice, October 5th, 1986.
Miss Beatrice.
If it was mistress, then forgive me. I never met you. Have allowed me to express my condolences. He took out the rolls he was receiving in the reception area and placed in the casket. He absolutely had no connection with this woman called Beatrice, however. Since he had come to visit the funeral, he had to follow the minimal despair of the sick for the dead. I suppose this will point to the passage of the departed in the next world. Pardon me, but who you might be. Oh, bro, the music is changing, bro. I am on my cast. I am acting as the state of the chief Moa. This is my child, Leon. I am pleased to meet you. What? The first child of class in Nashi, Jessica was their second child. Was given the single wing ahead of successor, and will succeed the position of the family hand upon turning 20. Mild and polite without any clear flaws except for being too young. This youth is suitable in becoming next head than any other, and is adored by Genzo. I am Urshima Leon. Leon. Just who are you? It's written that was pronounced Neon. It sounds a bit strange in Japanese name, isn't it? When Will still had Leo's face with a confused expression. He hadn't seemed particularly interested in class, but Leon had dreaded some sort of reaction from him. While then interested, it looks like as though something was out of place.
旦那様、奥様はそう
Madam says it was about time. Oh, I see.
一同の食
Ladies
こ
and
こで
gentlemen,
賑や
if
か
what
にし
you
て
do
は
to here might disturb
控室の
the
準
dead.
備が整
We've been
った
told the wedding
場
room has
所を
been
変え
ready.
ようで
We
は
should
ない
wait over there. When class called us to everyone, they began moving towards the chapel waiting room.
リ
My
オンもしも
apologies.
しお
Leon,
客様
could you
のお会い
entertain
私は
yes
みん
for
な
now?
を
I'll
控室
guide
に
the others to the waiting room.
はいどうぞ
Yes, Father. It looks like a natural conversation with no echoes to either father or child.
親子
Father or child, is it?
そうですが
Yeah, but why do you ask?
後ろ宮クラウス
Ushiro and Class child is supposed to be Jessica.
ジェシカは妹ですお呼びする必要はありますか
Why do you need me to call her?
いや
Nope,
ない
that won't be necessary. Bro! Okay, but apparently some sort of game had already been played out right off that. Punches his hand out into a look of face. The guest around. Bro! Probably, bro. What sort of relationship do you have with the disease? Bro, like, honestly, it makes sense, okay? Will is frustrated because, like, Otoshima Leon? They just be implementing new people for each and every goddamn game just to fill that 18 spot. We got it down to goddamn 17, and then they decide to add Leon. Bro, help us. Oh yeah, there was only 17 people on this island. Yeah, we decided to add Leon. Isn't that a good thing?
全く
No,
迷
no,
惑な
it's
話
a real
で
pain.
はあなたは
And why he came here to this funeral? Since Leon was a fairly mellow person, Will's behavior was met with nothing more than public expression. No one person was probably put a dubious look over before this. Will scratched his head again and yelled angrily at something utterly young.
来たぜ
I'm here.
そろそろ顔を出しや
Isn't
が
it
れ
about time you showed your face? Another little Shima family already followed across the crush and moved on to the waiting room. Yeah, that probably battle. I know a cold, vast chapel was decorated and going was empty except for Will and wine.
よく来たわ
So
ね
you came
異端審問
inquisitive, which
魔術
was
師
the
狩り
hunting
の
light. Oh, the girl's voice came suddenly behind the pair. Damn. When Lena turned around and spied, the girl had appeared out of nowhere and drifted down on top of the altar. She landed softly at a single field to her, so this is perfectly normal. Questioning going with on those shows. Of course, Lena didn't know this girl. She saw one of all these people unrelated to the funeral popping up one after another.
俺はもう
I'm
いい
already
仕事
retired.
なら
If
新しい
you have a
ライト
job need doing, that's the new light.
いいえ
No,
あなたに頼
you're the
む
one I
こ
want
の
to
事
ask.
件を
Given the case to
送った
you,
物語
did you read the tell I sent you?
斜め海程度
Skimmed it.
あなたがど
I
なた
don't
か
know
存じ
who
ませ
you
ん
are,
が
but please
そ
get
こは
down
神
to
聖な
the
祭壇
sacred Oakwood. Snapping out of those, Lena told the girl to get off the altar, but the girl ignored this completely. On top of that, Will kept talking to this girl, so Leo wasn't even there, bro. They're like, nah, you're not canon. You are non-canon character, Leon.
とか言った
Leon
こいつは
wasn't.
何者
Who is this person?
その子が名乗
They've
っ
already heard you. Uchima and Leon. There was no case of the person's name appearing in any of the
お
previous
前
games.
の駒なのか
Is this your piece?
いいえ
No.
このゲーム
It
が
is a truly proud
た
piece
だ
of
し
this
登
game
場人
board.
物よ
One of the appealing
ゲー
characters.
ムマスター
You're
は
the game
俺
master. That means it's your piece.
レアとの猫
I've just enclosed Beatrice's cat box in a large catalog.
その中
Leon is one of the pieces who have a possibility of appealing inside. What? Oh, she freaking around with the Game Boy! Oh, I see. In other words, it's your piece.
私が置
It
い
is a piece I've placed.
たという意味で
Would be the
は
correct way to say. Dude, look is so like trying to check, trying to name, be like them. Come on, call it something else. He like, this your piece. She like, nah, I just placed this piece. You just like,
ただし
so you're saying this place isn't the support on like Erica
エ
was?
リカって誰
Erica, who is that? Nah, you're already like Erica. Who is that? That's what I mean, okay? Bungaso's expression already gave me that not my problem. Already gave me the that not my problem face. And I guess it kind of makes sense due to that goddamn sad ass backstory of being tortured forever on a broken Bachman game because your master felt like was trying to create a goddamn miracle. So like, yeah, this all stacks. Erica, who is that? That not me. That's just a girl. She was a failure. But yeah, that's not my doing. Bro, that probably looks like she doesn't even play the game herself. She just like uses other pieces. Cause come on, come on, Bilko, so get down and dirty on the game board. Come on, fight Battler. Come on, like, you want the result to be like a crushing defeat for like whatever party you're trying to fight. Get down on that game board and defeat goddamn Battler. Beatrice, whoever you're trying to defeat Birkenstock. Birkenstock just wants to see it happen without actually going through the trouble of actually doing it. I'm like, why aren't you engaging? Don't try to understand, you just get a headache. You don't even have a clue on what they were talking about. Of course he probably did not have a clue. Bro, Erica said his dad was in like 2 fragments of the game and now it's just like, damn, closed. Fragment specific characters like Ava Beatrice. Or like that Beatrice with the school costume that appeared in Arc 2. However, it seemed clear that neither of them were familiar. They both knew a lot about the Yoshima. I don't know what you two were talking about. Anyway, you did, miss. Please get down from the altar! I asked this as the show's official of the Yoshima feeling age. Even Lion was finally forced to speed in ways was at this girl who continued to chat while Kaji was sitting at the altar. My guy is actually brave though! Nigga, that probably means like kids will like him, okay? Like, nigga, there's just this random girl who not only completely ignored your existence, but is just sitting at the altar like it's just some casual thing, and you're like, get out. Come on. Get out the altar. Come on. Just, like, sit down. Oh, this girl ignored this completely. Bro. That's what I mean. Bokuso gave the expression of, that not me. Oh, that person? I wasn't mine doing. What are you talking about? But I'm still like, if you want the victory so bad, why don't you just go down on the game board and fight these niggas? The game master always has to come down and fight. Bokuso. Stop selling! Fight these guys! On the other hand, world did show a reaction. It's guess what the headshot is supposed to be class. My father class was acting will be the acting head until 20. Now in 20 hours succeed the hedge. What's up for this? Can you prove it? It seems like even though Lena was still getting a bit ticked off right now, the comic session seemed to quite situate. This is the successor of Silver Wing of Wandering Ava. Is this proof enough for you? For Silver Wing, a gold wing of the head appeared several times. I've never heard anything about a single wing of a successor. I don't remember class of Jessica ever wearing one of those. I go ahead. It seems like you're re-putting well for skimming. Which just hands you the story. You never know when something absurd will pop up. Yeah, Leon is definitely an interesting person, like, but I'm still like, bro. Yeah, now we freaking out the story. Now we just, oh yeah, that 18 person rule? Negate it. No, let's just play around with it by adding characters. let's just add characters that go in the wider domain of Birto's possible box. I'm still like, people, Battle only been Game Master for one goddamn game. Y'all just do not care.
ましてやそれが
Especially when there's a great witch from the Senate.
あなた方は
Who in the world
一体何者
are
な
you
の？
two?
失礼だが
Sorry, but I
私
have
に
a
は
clue on
南
what
高
you're
陣営
talking
の
about.
喧嘩がお済み
You
でした
finish off his
どう
files
ぞお引き
about
取りを
amazing
どう
make
ぞ
you
あなた
idea.
方は
Seems like you two are not worthy of outfighting these hospitably. Leon finally went out of patience. Those were the strictest rules this General Kid could unleash. However, Will and the girls seem to not care at all. They're just like, damn, too bad. I didn't come here because I wanted
時
to.
間の無駄だ
We're wasting time, so let's move
ライ
onwards.
トこの
Like,
ゲームに挑みな
try
さい
to beat this
ゲーム
game.
マスター
As Game Buck is broken, so I invite you to join the game. I refuse.
どうして
Why?
俺は
I'm retired now. Using the mysteries on in the
何を
business
して
now.
余生を過ごすと
How do
い
you
うの
intend to spend the rest of your life?
魔術師狩り
As a
の
wizard
ナイト
hunting
が
right
魔女狩り
is
を
gonna
やめ
give up witch hunting.
狐狩りでも
Oh,
潮
this
干狩
fox
り俺
hunting
が
and
ここ
claim
に来た
hunting.
の
I
は
didn't come here to
あん
discuss
た
the
と
rest of my
余
life
断
with you.
るために来た
So you came as
ご
a
観
refuse.
察いただき
Are your powers of deduction or a true sight to behold?
なら好きにしたらいい
Do
ど
as you
こへでも
will.
行け
Go
る
wherever
た
you
だし
please.
ここ
That
から
is
立
assuming you
ち去
can
る
leave
のが
this
の話
the place.
それで条件と報酬
Or the
は
terms and payment. The truth will I already given up. He already was capable of refusing the invitation from the great lake of
ベア
God
ト
itself.
リーチェを殺
We
し
killed
た
Beatrice.
それが私
That is
の
my
ゲー
game.
ム報酬は
In payment, I will
私
forgive
に
you for your
対するその
insolence
無
and
礼な
let
口
you leave the
退
chapel.
屈を愛さない魔
I
女
heard that witches who have no love and pardon are very fond of insolent speech.
それは千年を生き飽きた
That's
バ
for
バア
the
魔女の
hags who are
話
tired of life after
私
1,000 years.
はまだまだ若い
So
から
plenty in love.
あんたみたいな言葉遣い
So what I love to do to rude men like
どんな
yourself
過酷な運
is
命
to dream
を
of horrible fates in which to trap
武
you.
装することを愛するの
Good to know, Broken Cell. Dude, our nigga Battler gonna come in though. Y'all are selling. You do not look pleased.
それで
So,
敵は誰だ
who's the enemy?
いないわ
There's
妨
no.
害などする
There's no
わ
one
けこの
standing
ゲ
your
ーム
way.
を
There's
あ
no
なた
sit
が
back
美
and
しく
watch.
詰めるところ
Like you're beautiful
ただ
checking in
仲
this
間
game.
の用意
I have beaten for you
それ
now.
が
That is
そ
what
の理由
Leon is for. Out hearing this name spoke out of the blue, Neon fought what's more. Damn! Apparently they're moving things on without Neon's logic or understand which is truly irritating.
リオンは
Neon is a member of the
後ろ
Ocean
宮家
family.
の誰とも
Even when the
対象
family
に
knows
あ
you,
なたには
Neon should be proved to be Lucy's ally. I feel to understand what you're talking about, but I can't help anything but listen to details.
だそう頼もしい限り
With help like this, it'll be a piece of cake.
私
Entertain me,
我
my
が主を
master,
楽しませ
and my
な
master witch hunting way.
行儀のいい感
And
激者だけ
maybe a polite deal
私を
could.
退屈すると
I need to throw popcorn at you if I get bored. Got that. Scratch his head at this look on his face. He wasn't interested in getting all interested in getting him out, but by now he realized he's gonna disobey his bill with his others. Like this girl kinda crazy, and like you're not gonna escape from her. Yeah, you're kind of screwed if you like meet her and she like gives you a deal. Cause like she's presenting it like the choice yours. When in reality there's a secret compartment for a gun at any point that will shoot you on sight. That's the type of Pilgrim's Burger Soul is. Gives you a deal that is impossible to resist. And it's not impossible to resist because like the deal is so too good to be true. No, it's impossible to resist because she legitimately just has a gun on the other side of the hamster that will kill you if you decide to resist. And he approached the palace and pointed out these rules for
ベアト
me.
リーチェ殺人事件の依頼とのこと
You asked me to solve the case of
万年
Bishop
20
Miles.
冊
On
第7層
20 Rule 7 is forbidden to have a crime without a corpse.
悪魔の書棺にないだけじゃない
Maybe it's not inside the casket, unless you can prove there's no corpse inside. This isn't mystery.
第一足
No one has been to an half a crime without all clues presented.
安心な
And
さい。
what
全てはここに
everything is
揃う
gathered here. There's no change in both unsatisfied expression, but you need to understand everything with at least in order. Damn, so now this guy has to come in and solve the game? Damn. Well, mostly is summoned by the uninhabited, fickle, cool gold witch of the city. The mute inquisitor like him was bound to be treated as no more than an underling. He had never possessed any way to refuse him. Yeah, that is unfortunate, okay? Bogoso can legitimately just jump into any fragments.
この空
So,
っぽの
you want me
棺
to
の
find the
主
killer
を
of
殺
the
したの
owner
は
of this
引き
alien
受けて
cat?
やろう
Find out,
た
accept.
だし
You let me do things my way, as you like. Well, she in here for the entertainment, so like, they do not care.
まず最初にするこ
First
とは
off, I need to make you
お前に
understand
現
what
状
is
を理
going
解
on.
させることだな。
それをお願いでき
Yes,
る
that'd
と
be a great relief. His face was down over this explosion. So you now pulse angry and confused at the same time.
実
Believe.
際に見た方が
It'd be
早い。
faster to see it for yourself.
音も
Wonderful.
しましょうと
Please lead the way. We'll sign with his chain from Leon to follow and spun along. After snorting at once and unsatisfied Leon more will while looking deeply skeptical about the letter's ability to explain any which way that would make sense. As she watched the pale leaf, the shadow bug and so seed slightly at them with a cold smile on her face.
尊厳なる感激
As the miracle of the great witch of theater going drama
デザイ
spectator.
ヌなんと
By
か
the
ア
way,
ーローラの
something
肉にして
article
奇跡の
in the Witcher
ベルン
Miracles.
カステルの
I
内
Bill
容
Congasso announced
こ
the
の
start of this game.
物語のタイト
Tell is the wrecking of the
ル
Golden
ベア
Witch.
トの葬儀にふさ
Been
わしい
entangled
物語
fitting for Beatrice's funeral.
さて
Well
ど
now,
んな腹渡を引きずり出してくれるやら
just how do you drag out the gears? After watching the pale leap the Jabba, Douglas was full of lava into the empty air as she just arrived. Alright! Other women was her unpleasant cackling. We don't like Focus though, that's more Lambietta's taste. And it makes sense, outside was still raining. And Connor saw the gas in their heads to exaggerate a portion of obsession on he bowed
ご苦労
deeply.
様です休んで結構です
You can take a break now, so would you mind leaving?
カノンです
Yes,
かしこまり
Connor.
ました
Yes, as you wish. Connor bowed deeply, then disappeared.
下々の名前まではいちいち覚え
You
てい
wouldn't
ない
bother remembering the names of your
当家
servants?
には若
Our
い使用
family
人
has
が
many
大
young
勢出入
servants
りして
coming in and out, and they
入
usually
れ替わ
replace
さ
cars
て
visually.
何を
Anyway,
どう理
what
解
is
させて
going
く
on?
れ
How are you
る
gonna
のです
explain
か
it
あ
to
なた
me?
様は何者
Who are
で
you and what business do
当
you
家
have
も
with this
ちろん
family?
納得
Of
させ
course,
てく
I'm
れな
not
くて構いません
really
こ
needed
の
a
ままお帰
satisfied
りいただ
expression.
ければ
I'll
い
be
いだけ
happy
です
if you just head on your own.
帰れねえのさ
No going home, not for
誰
me.
もな
Not for anyone.
もういい加減にし
You
てくれ
please
ます
give
そ
me
の
the
よ
rest.
くわからない
Last
煙
weekend
巻くように
confused
喋り
lives like
私
that
に
all
だ
the
って
time.
我
Even
慢
I
に
have
限らないと
limits in my
私では見
patience.
送り
If you
にな
don't
らない
want
というなら
you to see you off,
現地と合
should I
同
call
で
Genji or Gara?
騒ぐな
Start
こいつを
talking.
見てろ
Look at this.
見ればわかります
Let me see
そう
what
いう
it
の
is.
バラ
It's
です
one of the
まさか
moving was, but
レ
he's
ジ
gonna
ナでも
show
見せてくれる
me
おつ
some
もり
comment. They can trade. Who took one of the fly offering short to you now, so to demonstrate there's no mechanism or tricks. Then you slowly lift it upwards.
見てろ
Watch.
ええ見てますよ
Yes, I'm watching.
後でも飛び出すんですか
Is the dope gonna
それとも
fly in now, or the
cracker
flags
と
and fireworks? We'll do the walls. Cameron would expect him to fly in arc and land somehow on a winning wing. I'm sure the expression struck laying dumb. Initially, the wolves that Will had thrown had certainly flew in an arc. It switched rapidly to the air. However, as soon as it was passed from the shade of the eaves into the wing, it stopped in the middle of the Leo, sliding it turned into silhouette. That wasn't all! As it hung in air, the beautiful wolf's garden bells began to door and walk out of another, and became a black heads like burnt chocolate. And even after that happened, we remained suspended in air. What sort of trick is this? Don't move. You know how I tried to closest to touch on me, the walls are still hung in the air. Whoa, I had back block it with a song. That's what I was trying to tell Liam the week that Liam was safe from me sudden death. The shot was cut off from the fragment. We was only locked within the maelstrom of compressed time. Bro, what the fuck? No! The fragment? Shit, of course something like this was gonna happen. Burgerso needed more enjoyment, okay? Wait, this is a different fragment though. Game Master Battler still exists in some way. What do you mean by that? Playing the pain, so I gave you the short version. Especially with playing a lot of this game and no one can leave this place. What are you talking about? The game was already over. I'm sure some people are attempting to match up against it. You cannot be locked up here. If you got a problem, the witches don't want to hate. Then that's being stuck in a place like this isn't pleasant for me. If that goes so right, I can stop all this food. She'll probably sing one of the inspectors sing what we call a Bako about now. Give her a call if she won't come. What on the earth is going on? And that sure sends this one all of Leon's feelings at the moment. I'll be like, yep, Leon, you're late to the party. Now, it is still kind of weird that there was another person. But after Aju was mentioned, nothing was out of the table though. But Leon has seen the rose will wither in an instant in the waning darkness. Leon tried to do the same thing with another rose, the effect was exactly the same. No one would use their own body to taste and fierce into something. I can't make a world's calm by instant. Only one way for us to do is we have to say it with broken. The one who killed Beatrice. That's what she told us at that. You can tell me about how to make things with full more perfect. That figure which would be totally satisfied. If it's a good way the two of us, I go home all the time. My date with Diana. If we keep her waiting too long, I should start tearing up the sofa again. You killed Beatrice, you say? There's hardly something to go back and around between you and so talk about that. Especially in a family and deceased ones and one on the basis of the mystery genre. Just give it up and accept it. I do know Beatrice is the mystery that shall Kindle's family head. You really are a strange person. I didn't know so much about this man. Are you sure you have no connection with us? We don't knew so much about the Ogusa family because only so I showed him the fragment so far. Of course he had no connection with the Ocean family himself. The very plane of his existence was on a different level. However, Beatrice died a long time ago. Once again, she passed away before the mansion was complete. The reason for her death was unclear. She was the first time I heard that she was killed. Tell me about it. Call me Will. First time Will introduced himself. The mutual introduction was finally completed and Liam was finally able to talk with him on an even footing. However, Leon took a deep breath and looked up at the sky wearing a vague smile. Wilson. Call me Will. I'll call you Leon. To be honest, I don't even know what this person called Beatrice. I see. I guess it's called the game for a reason. If only Leon could have told him everything, we'll leave the truth without ever will. Apparently those things wouldn't be so easy after all. Broken Castell's game. And walking into the ocean of the name and the image of Beatrice. That's because the mass portrait will hang up in an interest, isn't it? That portrait was first displayed in April 1984. How is it that you know so much? Well, there's a time to start finding that out. I'm sure you start speaking in weird notes again. It was because they lived with the main family. Kenzo frequently chose to speak with his successor. Because of that, Leon must have been used to chatting with people who are moody or hard to follow. Deciding whether or not to get hang up on trivialities would be nothing but a waste of time. Leon was able to converse naturally with this unknown man called Will, and two of them became friends for a long time. Everyone knows Beatrice. and yet no
会
one
った
knows
こと
it.
があるのは
Kenzo's the only one who's ever met him.
当主様は
And since
今日
this
は
is
タイ
the
ミングを見
episode
て
today, I
私が
find
紹
it good
介し
to
ます
introduce you to her
なるべ
help.
く
So I ask you
筋
to
の
be
通りでお願
appropriately
いしますよ
reserved and polite as you
話
listen.
が早いな
That makes things easy. I thought you was just a bit more than
長
that.
年当主様のお
I
相
used
手
to
を
speak
して
on
い
the
る大
hand
抵の理
before.
不尽の
I
時
was
間
learning to accept most unreasonable situation and just go with the flow. Brooks was set up there cutting his chapel off in the west of the world to ensure that they would have to find who killed Beatrice. But Leon Hill been known to go along Kenzo on many occasions. Understanding this much was all that was necessary. Nah, we're gonna get her to fail. Yeah, of course, Woza. That's the thing. Since Arc 3, Woza was like, damn, I killed her. I'm sure family members are relaxing here and in the waiting room. Is Battler even here? I don't think so though, cause he only came to the. Dang. None of the cast is really here. Only like the normal cast. I like buffet style meal instead of a look a bit sealed, not particularly appetizing. Even though the vegan kids seem to find it insanely appealing. Let's go, George and Moria. Oh my fucking god, dude. Kento alive? Above his parents passed away with nothing else family conference. Who is to be absent from this family conference? Bro, they cut out Battler. Yo, bro, get Sal. You just decide them. Yeah, we're just gonna cut them out. Yep, So Jessica's dreams of pushing the family responsibility onto Leon leaving the city. Let's not change the ball by no more gonna be an only child. Her personality seems to remain unchanged. Are this like the don't tell me it's that child from like 19 years ago. So skins are like and causing now she think of him as skins of spy. The Maji has nothing more than pursuing in what she used on duty not willing. No. The cousins have set up camp with Mori at the center, and the adult siblings have formed a movement in a different corner. Perhaps because of Kenzo's appearance, everyone seems to be a bit more relaxed.
リオン、
Leon,
どこへ行っていたの
where did
で
you
す
go?
そちらの方は
And who was that?
母さん、お
Mother.
客様のお
I
相手
was
を
just
してい
staying
ま
in
してい
guest
る
house.
こ
Well,
ちらは
this is
母
my
の
mother
タ
now. She
紹介はいらねえ
no
た
introduction
だ
needed.
話を聞か
I
せて
just
くれりゃいい
need to hear what she has to say.
何かおっしゃ
Did
い
you
まし
say
た
something?
いいえ、何も
He
こ
said
ちらは
nothing.
ウィルさん
This is
個
Wilson.
人に縁ある方だそうです
It seems he knew the deceased. With a smile, Leon casually smothered over Will's words.
彼はベアト
I
リー
want
チ
to
ェ
know
の
more
ことをお
about
母さん
Beatrice.
は
Do you know anything about her mother?
リオン
Yeah. Deceased mom who
当主
they
様
had
を
once
活
older
して
great dad to is
それ
nothing
以
more,
上
nothing
この
less.
葬には
This funeral
当
was
主様
celebrating
が
for the
個
head
人
to
への
repay the
生前
debts
の恩を
that
報
he
い
made
る
to
た
her
め
while
の
she was
そう聞い
alive.
ていますし
That's what I
それ以
heard.
外のことは
And
何
there's
もあり
nothing
ま
more
せん
to it than that.
ありがとう母さん
Yes,
ウィル
ma'am.
母が
No,
知って
that's all my mother knows. She was very resilient on the scandals and was like Kenzo, a man he greatly respected and once had a concubine called Beatrice. She understood the scandal was probably the truth. You know that now she was in a bad mood and didn't want to talk about this. No, Leon Bung and Enter comes in and Will can say anything good again. Will.
この礼拝堂は
The
当家の
chapel
敷地内です。
is the property of our
当
family.
家のルールに従
You're telling me to follow
当
the
家の
family
客人
rules.
にふさわしい
You're
口調に
speaking
改
the
め
male
ていた
appropriate for the guests of the family. But damn! They cut out the two biggest people. Battler and Beatrice. Well, I guess there's one way of going about things, Bill can sell. And Elka, you're like, them. Yeah, they never existed. Arc 7 be like Will Leon discovering new shit. But also like bah, the entertainment. Meanwhile, Battler, Beatrice, and like Erica just got forgotten. We're just like they never existed. Again, Burger still had the look of that not me. I didn't lose to that guy. He never even existed. What are you talking about?
話はすべて私を返していただ
And you conducted all your conversations
く。
to
そ
me.
の二つを守って
Must
い
I
ただ
see you
く。
follow us to
努力すら
I work on that.
ベルーンカ
The
ステル
actions
と
of
いう
building
魔女
a
に
castle,
囲まれて
the which that has caused a great deal of inconvenience. Because of that, I am willing to help you out.
しかしあなたと私の
But
立
we're
場
both
は
going
対
to
等
stand
で
on eating first, so make sure you
す。そ
don't
れをお
forget
忘れ
that.
になりませんよ。
Still though, this is some crazy work, bro. Cause like, bro, Kenzo is actually still alive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, bro! Nah, they just really deleted the guy who was making all the theories and all the theory crafting and killed Beatrice. Burgos was like, we do not need Balor over here talking about goddamn romance and defeating Erica shit. I don't like that. Please. We're probably gonna be fighting that girl Featherline.
育ちがいいだけのお坊ちゃん
Oh,
だ
you're
と
just some pampered
な
witch
かなか
kid.
いいな
You got guts.
これでも
I was admit because it's surely you don't show my family's future after all.
わかった
Got
仲
it.
良く事件を解
Let's
決し
solve the card together,
ワ
Wilson.
トソン君
But also technically battled the Otoshima family 6. Wow. It's funny how things are coincidences. Battle the Otoshima family had in the territory lord.
ご協力いただけて嬉しい。
I'll take
愛
your
病のダイ
cooperation.
アナを待たせない
I
ため
wouldn't
に
want to keep your deal
幼
cat
稚
dying
君は
already.
大丈夫ですか？
You know, feed her soon.
今日は山盛りに
I
して
gave her extra food
多
today,
少は大丈夫だ
so she should be great for a while. You know, plus the fact that Lambietta also promoted Battler and Beatrice.
よく
I'm surprised you realized that night it was a cat.
ソファーを引っかいて
I
待ち
figured
わ
a
びる女
woman who
性という
squatted
の
her
は
sofas when you keep her waiting would be a bit too eccentric.
それでまずは誰に話
Who
を
you talk to
誰
first?
でもいい全員だ
Everyone.
あそこにいるのは
Those are their class assembling, right?
向かって
On left
右
is
から
on
エヴァおばさん
Ava,
秀吉おじさん
Orika Hiyoshi.
あちらが
With there's
ルドル
Uncle
フおじさん
Rudolph
キリエおばさん
and Ankiwe. Yep,
そしてあちらが
over those.
後ろ宮ロー
後ろ宮ロー
ズ
ズ
少女時代に森を
When she was a
さま
girl, she got lost in the voice and bumped into the wall and columns of Beatrice in the hidden
驚
mansion.
くまいとは思っていま
I
す
know
が
there shouldn't be a
本当
surprise
にあなた
anymore,
は何でも
but
知
you
ってい
really
る
do know everything, don't you?
お前も
So you know about the story
今
too?
日彼
How
女
much
と
you
そう
overhear
辛
her
そうな
saying
話
that
でしたの
today?
で
Like as though it was
聞こえないふり
bothering
をしま
herself
した
and not the
優
ear.
等生だな
Well, my
紹
asking
介して
you
くれ
are
話を
introduce
聞き
me.
たい
I want to ask
辛
about it.
そうな話でしたので
You asking this
聞こえない
model
ふりを
student
し
who
た優
pretends
等
to
生
not
が
here
私
because
に
it might be a painful topic. Even this outrageous arrogance is nothing compared to Kenzo. I've been muttering this several times until Leon shrugged and nodded at will. Damn, you're a strong person, Leon. It's our great successor, and who is this?
エヴァおばさん、
Not Ava.
こちらはウィルソ
This
ン
is Wilson.
個人のために
He
玄
came to
関
our
の音
field for the
そんなこ
party.
とはどうでもいい。
Who cares about that? Tell me everything you know about.
個人と後ろ宮家
Doesn't
の
know
関わ
about
り
the
につい
deceased
て
connection.
お話を聞き
Doesn't
た
know
いと
about
言
the
っています
deceased connection to the Urshima family. Leon spoke with a voice while pinching Will's butt. Bro, you didn't have to do it like that. Bro, just pinch his cheek or something. Bro, now this is getting a little too gay. Is this what the fuck Bro Castell was getting here to see? Bro, no. Bro Castell wanted to see a yaoi fanfic, damn. Damn, it must have been harder when Waterway and Sattler didn't get together. Nah, I'm never gonna let go. It must have been hard when Waterway and Sattler didn't get together. I'll be like, no! My favorite ship! Waterway! But now we have a perfect ship. Leon and Will. I'll silently posted the door, even for a gag that hurts. When Leon played dumb and smiled at Ava like a Melrose dude. God damn though, how hard did you damn? Bro, still, her connection to the Onoshima family. Well, what is there to say? Okay, but like Will needs to chill, bro. Like, damn. It's probably more accurate to say the connection to father. To be honest here, she was dad's mistress. If you call it that, now she just will yell at you again. He's indebted to her white. Kiwi, we kinda cooked you in Arc 6. Nah, Kiwi basically died 2 times. One to Erica off screen. And one to goddamn Jessica. Due to goddamn... Oh, Kiara, could you not jump around on the bed? Yes, of course. I'm sorry about that, guys. Wahaha. Well then, there you have it. I have no interest in anyone but Rosa. I do believe you. You said you met with Beatrice on Rosa. This whole time Wilson been hugging her head. He also made her show as clever. Well, you know what's good about this? Now Wilson doesn't have to get goddamn traumatized by like the incarnation of evil herself, Beatrice Ava. That's what's good about this, okay? Wilson doesn't have to go through that goddamn trauma again. Or like Battler doesn't have to go through, oh, so what? We're gonna listen to this guy because he don't like us? Well, fuck him. Like, basically Beatrice Ava was like, oh, we're gonna listen to this guy on the screen? Well, fuck him. I'm doing what I want to do. Nah, successors seem to have, a very common plot point in the series is successors do not flick around with their predecessors. And most other animals, successors and predecessors are life and death. But in this anime, if the successor is like a witch, they at the end did not care. Like, Erica was just like, nah, I don't like Birkenstock. Or was really getting fed up with her. And like, it makes sense. Like, she wasn't able to cope with the past. And like, if she really wanted to, she could actually just get on the game board and do it herself. That's kind of the weird part about Birkenstock's actions. I don't understand why you don't just jump on the game board and like like cover Erica. You know, with your miracles, right? You could search through fragments. You have all the time in the goddamn world to do. You certainly just came out to it today. It is a bit hard to believe. It is true. I killed Beatrice. Good wait out while Kayla's finished. Don't get ahead of yourself. I was broke down crying and laid out her head on the table. Kayla watched her try to carry it to the foot.
六軒島は薄々しく私たちが知っているのは、そのうちの5屋敷とガラッとして船着き場に向かう。
誰も知らない広大
Since
な森の
ages
どこ
ago,
ろ
we have had stories about how that building handed the mission someone in the force that no one knew about. No, there is a hidden mansion, guys. Kundawen. We haven't still actually gone into Kundawen. We've gone under Kundawen in Arc 4, but like, not in Kundawen. I wonder if that would change with this arc. Because we haven't really, in these arcs, we've just been dealing with game masters like freaking around on the board. Game masters kind of toying with the board. He has a mistress living there. Well, it probably came on the hidden measurement chance. Oh, what was the wildest day you killed Beatrice? If I hadn't taken her off, she would have never died. She was so innocent like a chick. I took her out and she just followed along obedient. She stayed right behind me, trusting me completely. I made her take such a dangerous path. You make her like that because she told me she was slipping off the cliff. I never meant to do that. I just thought she would like to see the ocean. No. I just looked like the path would be hard to walk, and I thought we easier would go down the cliff first. That's not what killing someone means. It was an accident. It was an accident she would have never had if I had brought her with me. It's my fault. And I abandoned her when she was covered in blood and went. No. It isn't your fault. You just had never seen the ocean before. You showed us for the first time ever. She probably was so excited that she just happened to take a bad step. I don't put you. Come on, you're like, we gotta reason with this trauma. We're just grateful for you for what she did. And of course she doesn't hate you for it. Really? Is that really true? You're the one who begged to see the world outside the fence, like. My guy knows all the story. This makes it a lot easier, and now we're actually able to. Bokuso, this is a little too nice. I thought. Bokuso, why were you saying that you were so bored of the Game Boy when right now it looks almost like the same as all the other Game Boy? Shit, is it because Federline is interloping? Because though it's probably only for a short while, you made a dream of yours come true. If I were Beatrice, I would thank you for that short bit of time. You know that you've been suffering all the time, she probably feels bad to herself. We're just grateful for what you did. And when he taught her to see his poo. Yeah, Rosalie was just traumatized. That Drew. I'm like, thank God Beatrice Ava isn't here. Thank God Beatrice Ava isn't here, dude. Beatrice Ava just repeatedly kept killing Rosa. It was like a nightmare. She was freaking out over the fact that she killed Beatrice, and Beatrice Ava paid her back by killing her multiple times in horrible ways, make her damn near traumatized because these movements aren't normal. Guarantee it. And Will made a statement openly bold, no one can tell how Wolves took those words. However, there apparently been nothing minor to take the amateur apart and wipe her eyes. Thank you. But now Beatrice whispered those words to you. Thank you. Who was in the eyes of one small hunk away, and no one felt what could have fit his soft but also she was speaking with Beatrice on the day with her one last night. That is very traumatizing though. That was a lot of confidence you put over Cleveland can't back up.
責任が
Back up.
女を
Is
慰め
that
るこ
really
とも
necessary
で
to
きない
confront a woman?
多少は見直し
I
ました
misjudged you a little. Yeah, come on, Leon. Allow me, to this so many was now for the first time. Mother will probably be able to face that instantly smiling bitch who has been watching the first time in her life. He's the only one who can forgive Rosa. All the children can finally speak together.
どなたか存じない
I don't know who you are,
彼女
but
は
thank
私
you.
を許してく
And
れる
whatever she forgives me.
あんたは20年
You
近くも
beat
それを
yourself about it for
悩ん
about
だ
20
が
years, you turn 4 years to
彼
fall
女は
too
も
young.
う勘
Just
弁
telling
し
you
ろ
to
と
knock it off.
そうですよ
That's what
あ
I
な
know.
たが悲しめば
What do you
悲しむ
believe
ほ
the
ど
side of Beatrice to be?
あなたまで
You
あり
do.
がとう
Thank you.
私には
I didn't know if I
私
would
彼
be
女が
forgiven.
許してくれるか
I
ど
can't
う
even
か
speaking on my heart
胸
to
の
see
中
whether
に
she
問いかけ
forgives
て
me or
二
not.
人とも
And she
恥ずかしいところを見せて
so
ご
I
めん
have
なさい
showing such an embarrassing side of me.
綺麗事を言った下の根も
I'm
乾か
sorry
ないう
to
ちで
say this right after
聞
saying
かせ
something
て
so
ほしい
quickly, but I want you to talk to me. Tell me what happened back
ウィ
then.
ルさん
Listen,
ありがとう
thanks for
話
this
す
all right. I'll talk.
誰にも話さずに
I didn't
ず
keep
っと
quiet
隠してきたこと
well,
が
for so long. It was
お
my
前が
days.
ベアトリーチェに出会ったのは
Exactly. When was it
Say-
when you meet Beatrice? When I hear this question, what was the last time reaching back to the past that she didn't want to remember?
20年ほど
It was about 20 years
昔
ago.
の話
20, oh wait, it might have been 19, 18 years
ごめん
ago.
なさい
I'm sorry.
長いこと無理に
I
忘
tried
れ
to
よう
force
として
myself
き
to
た
forgive for so long that I'm really
そこ
forgotten
は
that part
少し忘れ
completely. It should have
1967
been
年のことのはずだ
1967. When we had a guarantee with the wet truth in the third game.
そうね
Then that's
多
why.
分
It was probably about
1967年あの
1967.
時の出来
I
事
can
は
remember what happened as
忘
clearly
れ
as
られない
possible. I never forget
辛
it.
かったら
It
無
was
理に
tough for
話
her.
す必要はありませんので
Don't feel like you have to tell
写
us.
真のように
Yes,
鮮
let's
明
clear
に
the picture if you don't mind.
痛えぞリオ
Damn it, that hurts, Neon. I still wonder why you picked the butt, Leon. You could have just pinched him by the cheek. That's what everybody does in goddamn anime. I guess this is a visual novel. This is like kinda different. I'm still wondering why you did that. Like, it's a fine place though. But I'm still wondering if there were other alternative options. That's all. Because I'm like, is this what Bokuso wanted to see so goddamn badly? Just like there isn't enough yaoi in my fiction. Okay, but I'm implying something just because he pinched his butt. They have only met just now, okay? This is what like all those My Hero Academia yaoi shippers would do. They'd be like, oh my god, that nigga pinched his butt. You know what else he about to do? He about to do crazy shit. What does? When in reality, he only did that because like my guy Will was like doing too much. It was very hard when I found out my tutor and I told my mother about it. I shared with confidence. I lost control of myself and went deep into the forest. So I was also been told that previous family. Back when Rose was just close, she was gone deep into the forest and found a hidden mansion mountain. Father she was one called up so Beatrice.
ほんの少し
My
分け
clothes
る
were
こ
so
と
thick
が
and it
難
was
し
just
い
hard to move around.
自分でも驚く
It was
あんな
it
うっ
was
そうとした森を
I think I made it
よ
so
く
far
もあ
in
んな
this
たくさんの
forest.
梢や鋭
I
い
was tormented by
才能
twigs
が
and shark waves over and over
でも
again. However, it wasn't enough to bond me on that day. I thought I wanted to experience the vanished water, and by some chance was really wishing I mentioned depths of the forest. I hope that she might take me to the land of happiness, or else to me a fog and make me the resident of the forest.
そしてあんたは
So then you wish him hand the magic Kundo and met with no one called his own Beatrice.
あっ
Yes, I did.
そのベアトリーチェ
And was Beatrice someone the same one as the portrait? Yes,
同一人物
you were the same person.
美しい青い
Give her
黄金
blue
の
eyes,
黒
golden
いドレ
hair,
ス
a black
まさに
dress.
あの肖像
It
画
was
で
truly the subject of the
私は
portrait.
あの
When
肖
his
像画
father
をお父
had
様が掲
first
げ
had
た
it
時
hung. Also, there's like one question I do have. Is that they basically say that Battler created Beatrice? But I'm like, how could that happen in like the events of the story? That seems a little crazy to say that Battler created Beatrice. Though technically, Beatrice is basically everything Battler wanted in a girl. Like, legitimately just everything he wanted in a girl. Like my guy just built a dream girl. This from, like, the Power of Emilka, I believe. And, like, Kenzo trying to... I will for 20 years I've spent trying to forget it. Seen as long so far. If it not been even longer, I was wondering when you were way too cute. Stop that. I was supposed to say the same deal as that was on that. You know, the kid was spoken question that Will have been thinking. It's too wild that Beatrice and Kenzo met was the same person that no one was met. And this time and generation were different for each. This was supposed to be the lady of Richard. I had done all the gold shut me out for war. The Beatrice goes to fund the nation. Father was like the Orochima family got super rich. He bought Wakajima and moved over. Who says we must have been 10 years after that.
10頭の黄金を自在にできるご婦人がホームスネ程度のわけはない。ましてや、ローザが会った頃には、それか、ローザ、あんたの会ったベアトリーチェは、いくつくらいに見えたのよ。
The Beatrice you met look.
当時の私より
You look older than I was at the time. So it looked as though she was at the cusp of adulthood. That's exactly the age of exactly the sort of age and Beatrice was supporting. And she was looking middle-aged or past apply. If I call her adult or a child, she was clearly close to being a child. Bro! Nah, bro. Nah, the allegations against him are gonna be crazy. Nah, the fucking allegations against him are gonna be crazy, guys. Oh, guys, bro. Nashi, you better pack your stuff up. We got cold, hard allegations. There's no way. She was middle-aged. Isn't that strange? You have Beatrice. You met the Beatrice who gave father gold, but their ages don't match. Otherwise, they're different people. They're different people, they look very similar, have the same name. That might have been her daughter. It makes sense for them to look alike when they're their child. This is Mistress' daughter, it is possible. Hans' father had a legitimately childhood with Beatrice who gave him gold. And the one Rose brought him to was Beatrice too. Like the ages well got nicely. You know, it's great that they're actually using this, okay? Me who knows the truth is just like, damn, Kenzo, how are you gonna defend against this in quote when the court accused you of being a pedophile, dude? I don't know. That seems like a hard one to defend. We got a Chris Hansen his ass. Be like, this love unlawful. She basically a child. I see. In other words, the two people called Beatrice. Just secretly wastes his mistress, child, and hidden match without making logical sense. Definitely nodded, agreeing. However, Will's expression was sudden, unsatisfied as he scratched his head. It was seen that his feeling. This is the two Beatrice he hadn't heard of song because he had kept them seated. Okay. Well, you probably don't want to remember. Tell me about the accident. After Beatrice fell while she was still bleeding. Nope. Her eyes were open wide. She fell upside down, head knocked her head against the sharp ground like a rocking mat. She fell from such a height. The skull was split open and caved inward, and that beautiful golden red hair was stained with blood almost instantly. That is traumatizing as hell. Nah, I see why Rosa like had the Rosa had mad survivor's guilt. That survivor's guilt was chasing her. That's the stuff Shua had at the file. The sole wound was shown on his leg was undoubtedly dead. So the insides of the cracked head and it carried deep enough to fit your fist inside it. Oh. No one can ever be naive though. See that, I hope that she was still alive. You willing to ask anymore?
事故じゃもういい。
That's
それからあ
after
ん
the
たはどうし
incident.
た？
What did you do afterwards?
一目散にかけ
That's
ら
the way
れ
I
て呼び
forced
に
it.
行
I
くため
wasn't
なん
even
て
thinking
綺麗
about going
そ
for
の場
help.
から
Once I
一
escaped
刻
from
も
the
早
place
く
as fast
錯
as I
乱状
could.
態になりながら
Halfway to solving how to
涙と
buff, I
荒
kept
い息でめちゃ
warning
くちゃに
about
そ
it
した
and
ら
when eventually it came across a
いつの間に
familiar line station.
ああ礼
Oh, the
拝
one
堂の
inside
前
the chapel?
いいね
No, the one
とにか
behind
く
it. Anyway, I
私
made
は
it my
休み
back
誰
to
に
the
も
mansion.
話せない
I couldn't tell
話
anyone
したく
anything
なく
watching.
私は夜まで黙
Was
っていた
required to watch. You know, Ava seems like she's just gonna bully Rosa after this. Bro, Ava does not care about this story. It seems like Ava just gonna bully Rosa after this. And that's kind of sad on Rosa's part. Ava was always telling Rosa die in Arc 3. Just cause she just exists. Ava was already lashing out at Rosa. And was trying to rival against
ひどい
Nashi.
話よ
It was horrible for me.
急いで誰かに話し
If I heard
救急
and
箱を持
told
って
someone,
戻
no
ってき
matter
たら
what,
彼
the
女を
first
助けら
kid
れ
and
た
she
かもし
might
れ
have
な
been
いのに
saved. The magic of miracles.
頭蓋骨陥
That was the first thing I
救急
helped
箱の何で救えたって
with a crush
お前が
Quarium.
殺したわ
You
けじゃ
didn't
ない。
kill
も
her.
う気にするな。
Don't worry about that anymore.
それで
And what is
ロー
Bella
ザおばさん
gonna do
はどう
next?
し
ベッドで何度も寝返りを
And I
打った
told my bed so
眠
many
れなかっ
times I couldn't
た
sleep.
深夜にこっそり
And I quietly
源氏さんに
called Genji-san on the phone and told
源氏
him.
は何と言った
What did he say?
自分に全て
He
任
told
せ
me to handle
誰にも
everything and
来
not
る後
speak
日
of this from then
き
on.
っとお父
And
様
the
に
next
呼び出
several
され
days, Shell that
ひ
father
ど
would
く
call
叱
me
ら
and
れる
scold
だ
me
ろうで
brutally.
も
But he
源氏さんはいつ
just
も
kept doing his job
お
quietly
父
just
様
like
は
no.
相変わらず
I was stayed locked up in the study not knowing any of it.
少なくとも
The very least
私たち
none
の
of us
耳
had ever heard
源
about.
氏さんがうまく処理
Maybe
して
then
くれたんだ
probably
ろうな。
I should clean everything up nicely.
表沙汰にできない子だったでしょ
I
う
exactly. I couldn't let the stuff with the child go pop. I'm like, that is brutal. Okay, that would be traumatizing to anyone who saw that. Also, like the wadding. No, Genji needed to dispose of that. That was a good call, Woza. We do not need to. We do not need to see Beatrice wadding. Okay, that's not a sight we do not need to see.
隠し子っち
Either she was an illegitimate
血
child.
を分けた子
She
供
was his
や
own flesh
そ
and
の
blood.
葬
It must
式
have
も
been
ま
tough
とも
for
に
father
あげら
not
れ
being
ん
able
かった
to
なら
hold a real funeral for her.
それが
This is why we have this
そ
funeral.
れから
And then
私が知っている話は
that's all I know.
俺が知っている話
That's
も
all I
それで全てだ。
oh, dude.
これ以上私は何も
I'm
隠
not
し
hiding
全
anything
て
else.
話した
I told you everything. I saw it. That's what I just said. Lenga gave this morning. Her taking was a wise determination to make this confession, but it's nothing particularly special for Will. I'm kind of like, it kind of makes sense. Like, Will is a professional. Also, Will already heard about this. It had taken Will's a lot of determination to make this confession, but it was nothing particularly special for Will. I mean, a little more than a review of the information he had already knew. Yeah, that's not why he's not
あり
bugging.
がとうローザおばさん
Thanks, so. Almost. That's not why he bugging. But dang, isn't that weird that there's technically 18 people on the island?
十分ですかミル
Is it enough for you,
これ
Will?
で話は
Are you satisfied?
十分だ。
That's enough.
おさらいになった。
It was a nice overview. To Will Wools's memories only given information that he already knew. This was the first time he had heard all about her running back to the mansion after Beatrice fell for her death. It was nothing particularly surprising. Really wasn't know any more than this. If he wants to learn something beyond the fragments given to him by Bilkin, so they need to find a new testimony. Okay. Leon. The new makers are well.
金蔵に
Tell Kinzo I want to
俺
talk
が
to
話をやはり
him.
本人に
It
聞か
looks
な
like
き
we
ゃ
won't get anywhere
話は
without
進
asking the man
あ
himself.
なたはどちらへ
What are you
頭を
doing?
冷やして整
About to
理す
cool
る
my
に
head
つい
and
て
won't
く
manage
る
my dog. Don't follow me.
それは失礼
I'm pardon me
ど
for
うぞご
asking.
ゆっくり
Please take your time. After giving alien bow, Leon made the face and tongue sticking out. Those little happy eyes on Bracker's head, he couldn't have seen the last bit. Why are you saying it like a virtue or something? He went into the chapel by himself. The cold air and the monotonous sound of wind were confronting.
どう
So,
Game.
how was the game? Bunker, so it only been 2 seconds. Bro! I mean, gal, chill. It only been 2 seconds. Oh, you trying to look for traitors or something? Oh, he came here for a little peace and quiet. He did came here for a little peace and quiet. Chill, girl. Like, I know you lost game flipping 6. I know you lost game 6 to Battler and Beatrice. So you want to get back on her by killing her. And then following it. Even though I'm kind of like, you know, how the hell are you going to stop Battler? And I know this is a stupid question because you basically outlinked Battler. You stole his position basically as Game Master from him. Oh, but I'm still like... No sooner did he let us sign and leave for the voice someone got.
それは俺が聞くことだ
There's one for you to answer. It was as though she had been sitting there the whole all along. Boguso appeared on top of the altar once more. Apparently, she found this particular altar extremely comfortable. That's what ignored me over and over with his incompetence.
それに比べ
You're very competent compared to hell, so it's a lot easier to
見ていて
relax.
安心できる
Bokusa was like, damn, this nigga incompetent. We replace him.
後ろ宮バトラの時
Unlike all human battle games, I have nothing standing in my way.
気楽なもんさ
It's easy.
もうそういうゲームは
So the game has
物語
already
は
ended.
二度
This can be enjoyed
一
twice.
度目はめでて
First you love them,
二度目は
and you
腹を
tear out their
引き
guts. Ah yes. Very creepy. They're like, damn, I hate this dude's incompetence. I'd be like, damn. Tish, you think I'm the butcher?
どう
Well,
ベアトリーチェ殺しの犯人は分か
do
る
you think you know who we are?
ローザの告白は
Post conviction always something I already knew about the previous
新しい
study.
情報
With
は
no plain new information, we're still at square one.
後ろ宮金蔵が
Unlike
本当の
Oshima,
ことを喋る
that's what she tells us will really have one get any
まさ
feelings.
か俺が
Don't tell me that the
金
sweet
蔵を
talk
口説き
Kinzo
落と
is
してゲー
spilling
ム
the
に含ま
bean
れてるとは言い
is
出
all
さ
part
な
of
い
the cost on this game.
そんなの退屈で
If
死
it
ん
were,
で
I
し
would die
ま
of
う
boredom.
真実を語
Kinzo
らぬ
refuses
金
to speak the
蔵
truth.
それ自
And
体
is
が城に
himself
守
a
ら
king
れ
of
たあなた
sacrifice
のゲームの
council.
障
It
壁
would
にな
not
っ
be
て
fun
し
to
ま
have
っ
it.
たわ面
Let
白い
that stand in the way of your game.
拷問はやらねえ
I want to watch
俺
it.
の流儀だ
It's not my style.
分かってる
I know
ゲ
that.
ームマスターと
As
して
game master, I'll grant you the
金
power
蔵から真実
so
を
that you
得
can
ら
get
れ
the
る
truth
よ
from
うに
Kinzo, of course. Oh, you can give him the detective authority? Later, she was welcome to step in his casket and pick one of the flowers up and says, awful. And blue hearts go scowling with fluffing into the dandelion. Blue! When she did, a single petal broke off and drifted towards the wall. No longer gold, but shining a transparent crystal.
探偵権限か
The detective's authority?
な
What? That pathetic ability? Damn! Nah, Bokuso is the type of person to not even look at the people who failed her in the past. No. That ability was shit anyway. This is the invitation to the auditorium. The goddamn auditorium. What the fuck? The auditorium? The theater-going ability? Going that is supposed to be forbidden without authorization from the Senate. I'm going it on my Game Boy. Who's gonna stop me? Damn! I look, what's the flowers dance in the wind? It wouldn't fly away anywhere until Will accept it. We'll remember how useless it was to argue with witches, so he snatched it up. Damn. We'll realize how useless it is to argue against witches. Therefore, not only that, but like, I believe Bulbasaur would probably trap you. Like, she would get bored, so like, she's gonna leave, but like, you know, you're still gonna be here. The petal flashed bright for an instant and melted into Will's palm and disappeared. Doon 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 doon. Entertain me if you can, and try and enjoy yourself. What's been interesting to see what Guts will give the game will look like. Oh, as Will's food as a book of version to the air, leaving behind an obnoxious mouth. Must be interesting seeing Beatrice's guts. Nah, I think Bulbasaur only thinks that's interesting. Also, you guys forget that technically Battler created Beatrice. Why are we forgetting technicalities? I guess it's just because he's incompetent right now, and like he's not gonna do anything. That nigga Battler over there, you know, he technically actually legitimately created Beatrice. It's not even like a thing. The nigga just created Beatrice somehow. After clicking his tongue, Will turned around visibly annoyed. When he did, he felt as though a gaze across a little shadow fleeting soon told him that later was like, who's that? Oh, pardon me. I heard a voice, so I wonder who it was. Oh, you were wondering what session next to this time. Yes. I've been taking the call from running home session. What's Kanon? The one who's ordered by yes, and picked up like he doesn't. You don't know Leon either? Of course I. Ushiroma Leon is success with a hand only for men to fill over. Are you stumbling over that main way and work here for 10 years? That. Oh my. I recognize Leon either. That's supposed to be the successor to the head. Yes! That's very unfortunate for Leon. Just because Gobley is on the job. There hasn't been a single flag with anyone named Leon in the Oshima family. No, I'm hearing that Will didn't recognize Leon in the only she's good believe that to find that she wasn't close to herself. Her cousin included more uncertain, much more. Where is this? I think this is the Oshima family chapel. However, something feels different about it. Also, I have never knew someone named Leon existed. And yet, modern class alone masculine leading on the world talk as if it was doesn't match. I just don't understand what is happening. Leon is a piece made placed by Bellcaster. She has also switched to a larger catalog to place that piece. On top of that, it seems like this world isn't a proper world. One made from several fragments sold together. God damn! You know, the special stage is basically set up for this game. Not sure that she's nodding at my thoughts right now, laughing and chopping down popcorn. How long have you worked in this world? 10 years. I see. Holy is a special stage. Oh, into the trap outside Kinko. If she don't have been working here for 10 years, then this is 1986. Stage appears to stand. In that case, Kinko shouldn't exist. Definitely was a heel field names no. Yep. Looks so promised all the information was needed for the reason was gathered here. She must have claimed all the matter of stuff here to make that true. I see, so it really is a special stage. You're still the instrument man for many years. So just how much do you know about this? I know Master's love her deeply. Other than that, is that all? They say that she's a master of blockage of the night. He is the ghost who is one of the measures on the land of the majors. Another number brings the number of Beatrice to 3. First one is Beatrice on mere 30 years, it says that beginning against the gold. The second one is Beatrice on 20 years of land also. The third one is Beatrice of the Coast Stories, she was rumored to be the master of blockage. 3 Beatrices. Speaking of Elsa, whose name is Flying Black. Started out as a legend of evil spirits on West. Ellen's pictures go reality in the name and culture and mysteries and the alpha that mixing all fused together into the legend of Golden Witch. I saw the dark as a mind. It's my little witch. As the third Beatrice. This is the third that series killed the body. No, she can understand what in the world will have son Mama. She'll try to find along, but she still got different. What's he trying to do? You'll just get a headache. My Kanon doesn't know Leon either. Like, yes. Kanon is the same as Leon and Kanon, huh? Well, yeah, Shion and Kanon is always kind of abnormal. Because they have memories from previous fragments, and that's the weird part about Shion and Kanon. And I think even Genji might actually have memories from previous fragments, but I don't think Genji's isn't confirmed, but Shion and Kanon definitely have memories from past fragments. Kanon had memories from Arc 3 and Arc 4. How is that completely damn possible when the world is rebuilt and the only people who should know anything of what happened in the previous arcs are the people all in the witch's dimension or void dimension? Look on over here. I want to tell you about something. Let's tell us what your Facebook breaking that I got right.
申し訳ございません。受付を開けることは許されておりませんので。
So I can't go get him.
なら
And find
誰
a
か代わりを
place
呼んできて受
and
付
have
を
him
変
take
わ
over
ら
the
せ
bus.
あんたと
So you
カノン
get you mean
リオンを知らない3
you
人
three
で
people who do not
一緒に
know
話
Leon
を
needs
して
to talk.
受付は一人でい
We've
い
been
と
told that one
仰せ
person
使
is
っ
not
て
the
おり、
one that
2人いちゃいけねえとは言われて
But
ね
no
え
one
はず
told you anything was wrong with 2Q Man in it.
本日は人手が足りませんの
You're a
で、
little helpless today, so
受付
the
に2人も
reception
不
desk
要
does
と
not
仰せ
require
で、
2Q Man.
誰がそう命
Who
じて
gave you
金
that
蔵
order?
か
Kinzo Quest
それともリ
or
オ
is
ン
it
確認する
I'll ask about
私の命令権者です。
it. It was the one who ordered
私
me.
は命令
I
に
cannot
逆らえま
dispute
せん。
orders. Damn!
その命令権者
And
は
who's
誰
this
そいつに
person?
交渉す
I
る
would negotiate with them.
交渉などできません。私たちの命令権者です。
It is the one who ordered us.
ここへカノンを呼べ
Can't come
俺
over
は
here.
拷問を
I hate fear going just as much as I hate torture. Something real frustrating. I feel like opening is like small, but I don't own anything. But if I was to give me out of some stuff and which stuff. You know, his hands will slowly push.
カノンを呼べ
Oh, Connor.
お前たち
I
に
want to check some with you two.
お呼びできません。そ
Okay.
れでもなお、そ
I
れをご
call
希望で
him.
すか。
You still wish me to do that, so
呼ばねえなら
don't call him. I'm going to watch you play.
どうしてもとおっし
If you insist, I can go. You make it specially. Nah, you don't be doing this. But sometimes it's hard for us to potential between the two. Will still is weapons in the pocket and his wife on the way search out towards it. She wants to build the same thing from the Porsche. Yeah, this was all good when Joe was speaking back in the video. I will call Kanan-kun. Do you wish to proceed? The question I made unchanged the whole time. Whoa! Jung's face is still kind and gentle. And his tension was ice. She has a full mistake. Again, it's interesting. But sometimes Luther King is a check. My more capture the king in such a situation. I love hugs. I was supposed to calmly warn the king with a whole mistake. If you take one more step, you get captured. This was similar to that. So after all, I guess you guys can see two of the one was certain that William will lower his hand.
ご理解いただ
Thank
け
you for
まし
your
た。
understanding. No bush. Only direction moves upon. I complete uncounted into your room for like a shield through water. Burgoso or like Burgoso basic control of these pieces. However, nothing had changed since the beginning. The progression and Shion's progression was the same as they always had been.
おや、おかえり
Oh, are you leaving? This is the portion of the
立ち話を
I
してい
stand
ただ
just
けだ
standing
こいつ
here
は
talking.
聞きた
I
かっ
want to
た。
ask you
そ
something.
れは何でしょう。そしてそれは
Did you find what you were looking for?
あ
Yeah.
お役に立てて
Oh,
光栄です。
So
それは残念。
that's
傘をお探しのようでした。
If you're looking for I could have got
させました。
あ、金蔵に話はつ
you.
い
You
た。
convinced Kenzo?
珍しい客人が
Toto work
挨
as
拶を
well.
したご愛するそうで
He says you
ベアトリーチェのことを聞
you
きたい
told
と。
him I want to ask about
す。
Beatrice.
それはあなたの仕
Isn't
事
that
でし
your
ょ。
job? The side was true, so it was me on time. It was for sure his hand started looking at him.
こいつを試すだけの話だ。
This is a chance to try this out. Who opened his right hand and showed to Pino? Pushing his hand without anything more than he walked over. You know his head tilted in his like half flat, just a strange gesture.
ご苦労様です。
Good job, Tom.
君の名前は
Your name was
シャノンです。
just Shino.
そうだった。
Looks like Shino.
引き続き受付をよろしく頼み方を増やさないように。
Sure, you keep it.
ありがとうございます。
I gave you
リエンさん。
very much thanks. And battle died with Leon's response. Shion bowed deeply to Leon's corridors. Was that even trade attention to our man?
参りましょう。
Let's go,
せっ
bro.
かく時間をいただ
Oh,
けた
why was
当
it
主
trade?
様の機嫌は秋の空へと変わりやすいです。
I'm
いってらっしゃいませ。
sorry.
Let's go.
「ウィラードさんをお連れしました」
It's all good. You could be seen as a VIP move. Just was saying, I'm actually his eyes closed to him.
親方様、お客様のお見
Just
え
want
に
to see you. He slowly opened his eyes. Those eyes were wide for fire. If we get the focus, it slowly fell.
私が
I am Odeshiba.
白宮金蔵である。
ウィル、
ウィラードだ。
I am Will.
お悔やみ申し上げる。
Allow me to express my condolences.
ベアトリーチェの
So you
葬
can't
儀
visit
を訪ねてき
Beatrice's
た
view.
そなたは
Just too long.
何
誰でもない。
I have no
誰との関係
connections.
深く考えるな。
Don't think too deeply about it.
頭痛にならん。
You'll get a headache.
もう少し言
I'll
葉
ask
遣
you
い
to
にご
choose
注
your
意
words a
をお
little
願
more
い。
careful.
おかしな客
What a strange gift.
それでこの私に
What business do you
何
have
を
with me?
ベアトリーチェのこと
He
を
wants
聞
to
きたい。
ask about Beatrice. I still think it is interesting that this guy is adored by Kenzo. That is very interesting.
何
What? That's racist. You all felt good why does I have to be so good? Why do you ask?
お前は
thought
誰
you
で
were
も
no one.
ベアトリーチ
How do you
ェ
know
の
about Beatrice?
何の意
What
味
purpose could
が
it serve?
俺が
Because I am
お
no
前
one.
の物語を
I can
後
listen
世
to
に
you tell without vice
お
or
前は
forward.
じきに
You'll
この
probably
世
leave
を
this world avoid too
そ
long.
の時
If you die without
ベアト
telling
リーチェ
anyone
の
about
ことをお前
Beatrice,
の子供たち
the
も
children would
彼
come
ら
to
が好き勝手に考えた
on
物
the
語
all
で
fixation tales and let them to history.
面白い
It's a Taby boy.
お前は遺
Think
言や
yourself
を
as
気
a
取ろう
testament
という
tickle,
それは
but that
余
is
計なお世
wholly
話
unnecessary.
ベアトリーチェ
Beatrice
の
is mine
私だ
alone,
けの誰が
no
何
matter
を
what
語ろう
anyone
と
says. Damn, we're gonna no, I don't think we're gonna unleash a cold hard truth. At this point, Battler took Beatrice. Like, I think it makes more sense for like Battler to do it than Kenzo. Especially since they managed to have a cop out. No one can defy our story.
誰にも気が
What they say is of no
何の意
consequence.
味もクラウスたちが同居
No matter how much class the others construed, it means nothing to me. That's what it sounds like, bro.
生きているうちよ
He's not what anything he used to be.
だろうね。らしからぬこととは思っていた。
I thought I was starting a bit unlike him.
誠意ある限りあ
Feel
が
the
いてこ
struggle
そ
over outdining
人
plus
間
one
で
makes
あ
us
ろう
human.
それは早々に諦
Study
め
like
英
give
語
up
に
before
残
my
そう
time
と
and
い
leave
う浅まし
my will is laughably
承知
absurd.
せ
確か
Yes, it does
に。その
sound
方
a
がお
bit
前
more
は
like you.
死ぬかもしれない。
But your style is
過
to
去
ask
形
someone
を
to
記
write
せと言い出す。
what your path because you might feel like it does. You
当主様は
know how
ベアト
deeply
リ
you
ー
love
私たちにとっ
Beatrice.
て当主
You know
様
the
は最
model
大の
most
尊
worthy
敬
of
の対象
respect
であ
the
る
idea of our love. The
生きる
examples
すべ
of
ての
all
お
every
話
aspect of our lives.
どうか迷
Please
える
for our
私たち
sake,
のため
for
に
the sake of us
い
one
かにして
ourselves.
おじい
How
様
we
の
live
彼
for
女
how
を
you
愛し
love
抜い
you
た
lives and how you love
愛
Gary.
ゆえに生き抜いたか
You
そ
through your
の愛
life.
の強
That
さ
shows how you love
私たち
also
に
also
お導
guide
き
you
くだ
all
さる
that.
よ
なかなか達者だ。
You're pretty good at it.
あなたが言葉を選ばないからです
Your fault for being so tactless.
若ずお前はベアト
What do
リ
you
ーチ
know
ェ
about
真
Beatrice?
に無知な
You'll
る
be
者は
ignorant
関
person
心
when I
さ
help.
え持た
Any
ぬ
interest at
ベ
all.
アトリーチェの
The
名
mere
を知っ
fact
て
that
い
you know
る
her
時
name
点
shows that
で
you're
無知なる
ignorant
者
or
ではなく
unconnected.
道理だな。
Good point.
俺が知っているベアトリーチェのお前にかつて
The warrior that you love is the one you met
現場に屋敷を設ける以前に
before I met your locket and was
し
in
かし
built.
おそらく
However,
死
she
別
probably
して
departed for this good food behind a daughter.
それ
That
が
girl who was raised in Kundoin. Oh. Nah, he's smiling. He knows. He knows his sins. You think I left behind you think Beatrice left behind a child? Nah, there's multiple different Beatrices.
ウィラードさん
With that, so.
当六軒島に
Let's go building Dora's
クワドリア
Kundoin
ンなる建物は存在
そのクワドリアン
That
と
name's
さっきローザおばさんと
I'm
話
not
し
sure
た
we're
時
talking about
それは一
World
体
2.
何
One
な
of the
ん
world
です
is me.
察しはついてるはずだ。
We should have an idea
愛
by
人の
now.
娘
His
を
name of hidden mansion deep in the forest where
六軒島の
his
森の奥
mistress daughter
面
lives.
白い
Interesting.
クワドリアンの名
So you
を
actually
知
know
ろ
the
う
name of Kundoan.
続け
Continue. You have sparked my interest. Honestly, makes sense because nobody in the family even knows about Kundoan. Kids were struggling with.
クアドリアンにいたのは
Ever, it seems like you didn't think of her that way. Oh. Yeah, how did I think of her?
後ろ宮ローザは
I don't sure if it was a way to Kunde with. We just told her a little bit about herself, and that confidence really leads to you as kin. It was the same, but she spoke to his wife. Although she thought of you as a father, she didn't call you father. She didn't call you that, or she wasn't allowed to call you. That can only mean one. And what that might be, you reincarnation. You didn't think of your daughter as a child Beatrice left behind. You believed that your dead Beatrice had been revived into a new body. Genji. In the past, you spoke full of nausea and illusion, saying that you never had a child between Kinzo and Beatrice. I have no memory of saying, whoa! I suppose this game is good and you probably wouldn't remember that. Okay, it's funny that both Shion and Kana just like have past memories, but Genji doesn't. However, near the end of the first name, all the stuff as the guy who kids will study. Genji was asked whether Kinzo and Beatrice ever had a child together, and he denied, saying, I haven't heard anything like that. I have not heard that. You saw a perfect answer for one kid was confidant. Although the kid's advice, she wasn't sorry, but Beatrice was mine. Really? I don't know what you're talking about with not let you slander. It's in slander. It's weakness. However, I understand all Beatrice will love me, you love the most. She will make that way even have the depth. Fall returning without feeling the side. However, given the child who is beautiful body and facial feature in his business in young age, you gradually reach the point that she was actually Beatrice. I wouldn't be surprised. My lord. Shall I? Try to throw this insolent man out. Genji ass Kinzo. Damn, Genji getting tired. He like, what the fuck? Why he talking like this? Walking on hang and says that. It's hard to be beautiful and never like that. Look at that stack. After all, she was beautiful, we wanted to be. You didn't feel that way yourself. How could you know of that? She could shake the feeling of silly out, particularly about her being called Beatrice. Yeah, bro basically knows the whole part, okay. But like legitimately, if I was Kinzo, walking down, talking about my love Beatrice, even though the funny thing is that he kinda just like gets killed every time. And if the other people were named and given at the time, however, she did have a feeling. When she wasn't aware that the name Beatrice was hers. It's clear that she asked Keigoken the world about who she was. Who am I? And what God did. And let's see if I can know what she says. That's not me. Can I use magic? I simply have a soul that was shielding my body. Wait, is the Beatrice we have now basically this skill and are the Beatrice both combined? Remember, would have been told.
紛れもなくベアトリー記憶は戻り
My
つ
memory was
つあ
coming
る。
back bit by bit.
我が魔術の
And
儀
magical
式によ
witch
って
moves was helping her gain
わず
her
かずつではあ
memories
るが記憶
one
を
bit at a
取り
time
戻
with
し
that.
当主様
Whatever.
驚くことじゃねえ。
Needs to be
これ
surprised.
までのゲームの情報を
From
並べ
the
や
information of all
見つけ
games so
た
far,
そのままの
this
答
is
え
the
だ。
answer.
上層のベア
The
トリーチェはそれを
Beatrice
指し
on the
て
higher plane
死
talked
んで
about
逃
this
れた
even
魔
in
女の
metaphors,
魂を
and that
逃さ
Kendall
ず
refused to
肉
let
の
the
体
witch's
に
soul
加え
steep
閉
even
じ込
after
めた。
death and instead caught by and locked out in the
そ
body
して
of flesh.
記憶も力も封じられたその解釈も
No matter
こ
what
の推理な
interpretation
ら筋が通
the
る。
verse to this theory it makes sense. Bold!
ウィラード様、
We've heard so.
親方様は
Thing who's talking
偉
about
大なる魔法
this
の
is
儀
the
式
mission of magic.
亡きベアトリーチェ様の生まれ変わりの頭を得たのそれを否定することはできない。
コウノトリを否定はしない。そして金蔵がどれ
I don't
だ
mean
け
to make
ベア
it
トリーチェという女を深
difficult.
く愛していたかも。
Love for this
忘
work
れ
on
がため
Beatrice.
にどういう愛情を
This is
注
no
ぐ
one's business how a person shows their You're only living in one of
育
the
つほどに
body.
似ていくその
She
姿
grows
を
up more and more like Beatrice as kids grow away from the special. And I find that a day and you think
我が愛が
you
理
can
解で
understand my love?
理解するし
I'm
か
not qualified to understand. However, I'm not qualified to deny it.
ベアトリーチェ
Beatrice, please
許してくれ
forgive me. Presence all quietly while wiping against tears. As a lot she believed that she was Beatrice moved on in ways that way. However, suddenly it was like he might have felt the age of cosigns. So I know that he might have forced his emotions on someone who really wasn't really Beatrice. I'm pretty sure I couldn't have went had unexpected good for her. And it was believed that she was Beatrice that Ken's desire and suffering from her inability to understand who she was because her desire to escape to the outside world. Maybe she fell from a cliff and died.
現状表に出せぬその死を内々で処理した。
Genji handed her death, which can become publicly knowledge very quietly. Let's go!
そうしきったのは
Anyways,
生きている人間が
I'm
死んだ
just
人間への愛を押し切るそれ
You can never do that. That's why it's best to
ベ
do
アトリーチェ
it. Beatrice.
おじい
But
さん
wherefore?
あんたは
You lost your Beatrice. No, you
ベア
lost
トリーチ
Beatrice
ェ二度
twice.
その悲しみを表
Unable
に
to
出す
let that sorrow show on the outside, you kept it alive
そ
in
れ
your
が
heart.
やがて立たれ
And eventually
狂気
festered and turned into madness.
それが晩年まで
Thus was swallowing your abnormally strong interest in her cult in your later years. Bro! Bro just defeated. Okay, I guess this is what Broken Soul means by incompetent. Bro just defeated the entirety of what Kenzo stood for. Bro, Kenzo before was like, damn, my madness, my anime power. Now Will is just like, damn. Nah, not your anime power, you're just grieving. Shit, let the man grieve.
ベアトリーチェベアトリーなぜ
Why?
なぜに
Why
二
do
度
you have
ま
to
で
leave
も
me
お
twice?
前の
You
微笑
smile.
その
The
美し
beautiful
さ
hair.
瞳よ
Those eyes.
私は二度も
But
抱き
you
し
have
め
to
な
die in
が
my
ら
arms not
な
once,
ぜに二
but
度もし
twice.
それほどまで
Is that how much
それほど
how
ま
much
で
you
に私をおお
I know Kenzo wasn't even trying to suppress the sobs. Sometimes he scratches his head in English, other times he faces heavens like an opera single. Kenzo yelled over and over again what being Beatrice's name. And the moment this class started door closing. When they turned around, she was already there. Comes up here. If they already know that perhaps they can tell them the West. So if they know that much, I don't believe anyone wants to. And we should tell them as a woman. I've always thought that part of Kunduin's future story is a story that should be told. And now someone has appeared worthy to hear it. I believe it's time to tell it all without going back.
熊沢さんは知っているのですか、ベアトリーチェのこと。
知ってるだろう。
Before we got a testimony from the photo cabinet saying Kunza went in and out of Kanada. Yep. Willie Bay, the Kunza had different workshops in the mansion in Kanada. So was a young girl to be taken care of. Kunza, with her long experience to take care of children, must have been advancedly violent. That's cool. You might have called me her wet nurse. No way. I can't believe it. So everything Will is saying is the truth? Yeah. It is fact. The senior military construct on the opposite exit from Beatrice Center. The existence of Kunduin is the truth. I don't know if Kinzo married his official wife. But back when Kinzo already had an enormous store of Bakuriwaza, you have two brethren instead of two separate lives. Evil children are better aware of Kinzo's kind of extrosities at the time. It probably hadn't been easy to set up two wives. One for Kinzo's wife had been suspicious and snuck around all the time. So stayed on Kunduin as much time as Bill pretended to go on a business stayed there for several days. He was stretching his time he spent with Beatrice's son. It was not simply a father-daughter relationship. And Kinzo Williams of his great love of the way Beatrice, and it was a heartwarming thing. The way you say it makes it sound like he even sometimes treated her as a substitute for Beatrice. Nah, look at my guy. He like, yeah. I'd be like, too, because I'm like, look how old he is. Come on, this can't be ethical. Look how goddamn younger Beatrice is. If it sounds that way, my apologies. Beatrice will probably accept her father's love. However, I will not deny that she was sometimes forced to bear love that she did not understand. Oh yeah, that just made Kinzo seem like way worse. Do you feel he already like loving a girl who looks hella young? That always suspicious. Beatrice at most look like early 20s, and when we got to Rosa, shit just wasn't good anymore. Before Beatrice had the aura, so I could be like, damn, yeah, she 1,000 years old, she has the aura. Yeah, I guess this could pass by. But Kunduin Beatrice? Fucking no. Kinzo, you know this is a crime and you might be arrested for this crime. You know that, right, Kinzo? I was just telling me it sounded like she was scolding Kinzo. Well, technically she was scolding Kinzo, okay? Like, this mother who was married to a car probably spotted that Kinzo's love was all a mistake in its sort. However, Mother Goku took like her mother more distorted and twisted Kinzo's hobby game. Kinzo's Goku very, very twisted. You're right to scold me, my friend. I understand. My love is eternal and alive. However, those times are directed to the wrong button, and I Must acknowledge that.
おじい様、
Grandpa.
そんな
Wait, you don't mean
まさか。
リオンさん、
like
世の中のす
all
べ
the
ての
humans of the
人
world are
間
tied to each other.
身を覚えが
If
なく
they don't know this, there's always some sort of
必ず
tie.
その縁が
Those ties about themselves, a lot of people are binding them
引き
together.
寄せるの。
そんな
No way.
おじい様。
Grandfather. This is continually like the way it is to the hospital. I know that you have been too much of a shock for the youngsters to handle.
I wish I could the amount. That's a lot of money.
親方様、
Mama.
もう
Well,
語
as
る
it
時
comes
が
to time to speak.
そう
I
か
see.
その時
So
が
it come that time, my friend.
あんたが語らな
Unless
き
you
ゃ
tell
何も
us.
真実は
Now
明
the truth
ら
will become.
親方様
My
も
lord,
はや
I believe the main
知る権利
qualification
と資格が
and
あるか
the
と思
right
い
to know.
分かって
I know.
今日という
Because
私
this
の
day
気
of my
まぐれ
fickle
な
funeral and Beatrice in heaven has given
天
me
の
a
別
chance to
今
atone.
日まで話
Forgive
さ
me for
なか
not
った
telling you
こ
this
と
before
を
and now.
許せ
At least he's trying to make up. He's trying to cook. I was taking a deep breath, hands off of our own. Finally lowered his hands, which had been covering his face. Looked at Will with those wet eyes.
おじい様。
イオンも
It's too young. Yes,
ミラード
we held isn't.
あ
Yeah,
この私
I
が
think if you
自らの口
if
を
we're giving me a
真
chance to
実
speak
に
the truth, I'm
話せ
still
お
able.
前はきっと
You surely
ベ
is
ア
the
トリ
mystery
ー
of
チ
the
ェよ
heavens
り
that
感謝する
Yeah, my God.
その機会を設
But
け
this
て
isn't the
ベア
only
トリ
one
ーチ
you
ェ
have
と
to
どこぞの魔女
There
と
was some witch. Well,
どっち
I
も
guess
魔
they're
女
both
に
witches.
お
I
前
do
が
not care who
誰
you
で
really are.
私に機
I
会
can give him a
を
chance.
それで十分感謝するぞ
Thank you,
ミ
Will.
ラードとやら
Wait, now it's time to create the most crazy theory of all time, okay? Battler is Kenzo. Why do Kenzo and Battler like the same girl? Why does Beatrice say that Battler is a younger version of Kenzo? You better tell me directly that they're two different people. I was gonna say he wasn't born from Asuma. So like, damn, this theory kinda credible for real. Kenzo slowly stood up and held his right hand. He was offering to shake hands. This was the kid's way of expressing gratitude. What was spotted? His hands turned tightly and smiled. But they have the light poured off in the gap between the two hands. Well, it felt as though something was going to have its own to his pawn. It was that power that the bookers were giving him. The light grew brighter and brighter, however, it seemed like Kenzo and the others could not see it.
今こそ
No, it's
私が
I meant
ベア
Beatrice.
トリーチェ・カスティリオ
Beatrice
ーニに
passed
出会
before
っ
the end of the world.
彼女
She came from across the sea. Wait, so she... Oh, I don't like these similarities to Erica. I do not like these similarities to Erica. Damn though, Erica is actually dead. They say that she disappeared from the boat and like isn't found though. Oh, the whiffs. Who the fuck is this guy? Oh, that's just Battler. Damn. So you are Kenzo.
昔の
How does grandfather look in the
写真で
past?
見たこと
I've
があ
seen
る
his
これは
photos.
一体
Just what on earth?
ベルンカステル
This beautiful and how that doesn't just forgive me. Don't try to
頭
understand.
痛になら
I'll just get a headache. Yeah, bro, you see the entire goddamn multiverse. Okay, but why does Kenzo younger look like a goddamn battler? Again, you're just like proving more credibility. Has he always had white hair? You're getting the hang of this. At time, Genji told Balor that he looked like Kenzo in his youth. Sure enough, the young Kenzo wasn't exactly the same as Balor, though they look very, very similar. Allow me to introduce myself again. I am Odashima Kenzo. He even has like this similar voice. My father. Even the voice seemed to resemble Balor somehow. It was clear that Balor inherited Kenzo's blood more thickly than any other. Bro, it was clear that they both like the same guy. I did not see the Oshima family headship. Me being chosen to hand was nothing more than a plank of fate. Like what Kanto earthquake. Those in charge passed away, and he was successful. That's cool. Although grandfather, despite his youth, was already possessed with dignity, faith, and headship. Ridiculous! Those greedy elders were so intent on looking for their own personal interest that they couldn't decide on who head. They were like fools arguing about who the new captain should be on the second ship. So since you have no connection to the main family, you're selecting right out the blue. It was all because of my toes. If I had a field and one toe on each foot, my life might turn out differently. And the Yoshima family product actually was seen as good fortune. This was a common factor in many ways in the family's history. Just because he had another toe? Okay, the Balor theory still could still fail. Because Balor doesn't have another toe. But like, we haven't checked his toes, so like, it was all pathetic. The others, whom I dragged as long as it didn't favor any of them over just happened to hear someone one of my truly at 6 toes and decide you're doing well. Precisely. The others didn't care what's that knowledge to become my hand, as long as it makes them look away. Matter of fact, I was more ignorant this person was how to lead, and the better it would be for them. It's quite different in your case. You'll be the one that handles everything I have. That's the fate of the land from the so I gave you the signal that you showed you. You're quite different from me. You've already suspended success of whom no one could be ashamed. Yes, sir. But hey, I thought that could be of easy. As he pondered about what young Kinzo laughed bitterly. Bro, young Kinzo is different. Only Jesus Christ.
私が八条東也です。親しくない者はアウグストゥス・アウローラと呼ぶ。
後ろ宮バトラだ。
It's probably bringing back nothing but painful memories no matter where he starts from. That's for so long. In that span of a great day, a mind-numbing stretch of time. I spent has like a dead mouse going on the rock. It was because of the rope and tug war between the elders who thought of nothing but their own profit. I probably could have snapped at any moment. However, people were far more resilient than one would think. I spent money in things like a dead man, and I was not guilty. However, I was searching for my death on my own. The next thing I have reached an age where I can no longer refer to myself as young without drawing laughter from those who were. They were young, really great as any substance. They lasted for a full 20 years, and 20 years of person can be able to find purpose, and even when they own any other place in the world. In short, if one truly becomes a hero, only when they become a walking in the dark. And that's not amount of time enough to create a human, doing nothing but playing a part as a part for those greedy old men. Ironically, that time aged my body, but it did not age my mind. In my heart, I was still young. I look back on my family fulfilling the days before I was summoned to Odaha. My body only continued to age, and at some point the gulf between the two had widened to the point where it was hard to comprehend. I can hardly begin to warn out me. It was really me. No, it wasn't. It really wasn't me. I was the head of the Ochi, my family named Owen. I had no wants, no time. There was no need for me to do anything other than what was asked of me. I was just a doll sitting there on the shelf gathering dust. I would lazily flip down Wesley books up, like locking myself in my own world, doing nothing but playing with the wolves and drinking terrible drinks. And it lasted a few 20 years. Before I knew it, I had a stranger for a wife. It wasn't the wife I had chosen. She was someone the others had chosen and forced me into it for their own reasons. The daughters of no family or something, but it hardly mattered to me. I did not love my wife, but neither did I dislike her. I just didn't care. I fathered a few children, but that wasn't out of love for my wife. They were just born before I knew it, and that was all there was to it. Nothing of it mattered. No, that wasn't quite right. Everything was done by someone other than me, and I simply obeyed. That was the job the Otoshima family had. On some level, I feel like my life is slowly and quietly snuffed out. Can't believe it. You have been praised for being such a bold and wise unit. Like you lived like that for so long. You know, there's nothing so long and insurmountable as a life you do not live yourself. Yet it passes like a blink. Take this to heart. The life you live for yourself. Living means you having your own live. You were probably dead during that time. That's why I wanted to live. No, I wanted to die. What must the puppet do to die? Cut the strings. That would be the death. It would be the life. And it would be a release. A lot of this will go on drop. World War II, the Pacific War. Japan had extended their fronts too far into the east and the west, and the tide of the war was changing. Using the influence of the others, I was able to avoid consumption. Of course, this was not out of compassion for me. It was because of the precious father. My war never really felt that close to me. However, when I was supposedly decided to abandon the protection, it was very easy. The time the Oshima family had completely collapsed, and since the others apparently preferred enough scribes to last in the rest of their lives, they seemed to care little for what I did, now that they no longer had any use for me. I realized I found my time to die. Well, my brother's life was sending me into search for a place to end my life. He searched for death on the battle. I thought I was going to die anyway. I tried to be some use to someone. No, that was a lie. I probably like to lose both things in my own life. What was the suitable excuse for death? But they acknowledged your position. I was being tasked to set up a few cities for the Navy control. What a miscalculation. If I said I had no useful skills, I would have been sent to a phone once I could die in those ones. They ended up not having to look. Only I was overjoyed at the war. To see how one of the survivors to get my hands on and just go really far and trip us. The US planes did nothing but car across the sky though, for that first second island. And even Google is spared from the emotions of mine. This time you met Beatrice's grandfather. Correct. She came to me from the sea. What do you mean him? You mentioned the island. It was you. You came to this island. So you met her at Wakajima? What's going on? I've heard Wakajima was uninhabited until you bought it, grandfather. I never knew those Japanese military boats though. Oh yes, you can hardly call that a military base. It was a cave. I wasn't one of the gods of that cave. 1944. During the honorable defeat of at Seppan and Guam, Japanese absolute national defense strategy was in shambles. When they had the glaring at the start of the new war was gone, the old attackers had now no one to defend. That the fire choke console of Japanese warfare were so-called special attack weapons. It was at least opening weapons possible with 155 tons of explosion. It came on swinging any final warship with single blast. The string of homeland defense, the Navy will print the little string of hidden bases on Honjo to Yaga. So all house submarines with special attack weapons. I knew there was a base mark down Hakushima. Then there was one I walked at you. This was sort of cool. It was a good idea to play a base on this desert map. I have no idea. To better preserve its secrecy. Ridiculous. I can never understand what the higher levels are thinking and yeah, it's just some nowhere island. They're not even attacking it. It's not even gonna intersect with anything. It's not doing anything. These are two opening up, able to take large warships. And now large warships with a single strike. The fellow unfortunately sailing sailed over these waters. I would just stop at Japan when the mouth of final English of the sea. Oh, that's the final line of defense. Doesn't all the witches also try to play like out Battler's life? The only one who didn't try to do that was like Beatrice. Or like Bro Castell Labata even. But so to gain the embellishment, there's an absolute certainty. The unhand element, Hakushima plays a good powerful character. After other somewhere was a fairly doomed to see one location for someone base. So the Tesla aided establishment the base. Establishment. Soon they can call digging like a cave establishment. Not only that, but the base was abandoned before its completion. Why? Because of the time Japan had no longer any submarines large enough to carry one of those weapons. How truly laughable. What's the point of having a submarine base if there aren't any submarines left? Yep. If there's nothing that never changes. It's just politics and the meaningless projects. My base of Hajo was actually outleft with weapons and became a base of like 1,000 Nagajo was never supplied any. None of that boats came to a construction work entirely, leaving only a crew memory site station on the island waiting for orders from above that never came. I mean, it's like a hidden base throughout fate. My others are always completely forgotten, but it's useless and put in this cabin. We had nothing more than clouds of the cave. Damn. The other day, one of the fishing programs was closed. All while blazing up by the American simulations flying past. Some like Google over other parts of the world, ending before anyone knows that will before any of us ever face a real battle. The force is the opposite. I hope beyond the Umineko Project still plans to kill him as soon as possible. Not one of those holidays. Let's go back now. That's the tombstone of my life, and I say my Onoshima Kinzo finally became alive. 1944. Umineko Chu.
貴様たるんでいるぞ。
Okay. Chapter 4. What are you doing, Saka? In the fighting's close. I was near a spin inside my head. Could just lie on the floor and only make it more angry. I had no intention of being obedient. Still, it would be stupid to get myself touched with illusion, but I gotta at least still intention. The fight is close as the Wizard and the American troops are likely to show up on this forgotten island, but they'll come right now. was on the way for this
そ
whole
の腐
time.
った目つきは何か
What was the coward look you were?
そんなに死
Is
に
it
た
that
く
you're
ない
afraid
そ
of
ん
your
な
own
に
death,
米
or
兵
you're
が
so
恐
scared
ろ
of
しい
those
か
Americans?
そんな気合では撃
You
ち
won't
取
be
れた
killing any of them with an attitude like that. Yeah, man, yeah. Would you please clearly lying all I feel coward? And given this is an unexpected angle, this is only to distract himself from his own fear. Yep, it was the only way! Heart and spirit. Or any use in the battle becomes hopeless. Yep. We're getting nukes. Trapper in Salon were hopeless. He was allowing several other locomotions to seek their food. These young and inexperienced pursuer felt the anger to be very convenient long hush and fall back on. I heard drills by shouting out loud voices and swinging the big music salon. Drunking the wine called anger was simply what they needed to do to know the field. The more one drinks wine, the more one needs to get drunk to get drunk. The useless anger continued to pile up day after day without pause. As for me, I did not fear death. I had no need of the wine called anger. Yep. This made the only cowardice all the more apparent to me. Yep. There you go again. Look in the eyes. Urshima. The spirits want to the core. You're a fish. That's what you are. You've got the eyes of a dead fish. However, it went well for us. Just like they was about to kill us. They were to pick on my rough knowledge. Urshima Kizuki. The tender is looking for you. Stand up. No slashing up. Double time. Sister Tuna Lomato was commanding officer in charge of the military and there was usually another feeling of God, trying to forget his fear of it with violence. And with weapon on his still boils for stacking out at the drop of a hat. Stories of life he had spun up in a good mood were all much of a thing that he had been ignored the wolves to survive. It's over. I saw how he was up like we talked in the lesson, how everyone was so scared of him because he got special treatment. I'm talking about how mortified human he was, as though it was a badge of honor. All they have nothing to do with his disagreeable lieutenant. He would always say I wasn't knocking that. As long as the treated him with sloppy salute, I could more or less ignore it for the time being. Now the construction powers, like these has been indefinite. There's no use for injury near like me. Next, we're gonna override Furuka Erika. But yeah, Bo Castell is the type of person that says, "It not me." Though after I do Arc 7, Arc 8 is gonna be an interesting one. Or the Feldline gonna be the final villain, or we're gonna fight Bo Castell. Now that the construction quality of this island has been suspended indefinitely, there's no longer any use for an engineer like me. So why did the lieutenant ask me specifically? And that more I couldn't think of anything. Warrior. I heard you're good at speaking foreign languages. Is that true? I am proficient in both English and Chinese, sir. Lieutenant liked to brag about his education for the law and commissioned officers, but he ought to bring a grudge against me for being even more highly educated than him. He felt uncomfortable about having me as a subordinate because he was younger than me. Well, I was definitely not the kind of person who could hit it off with. It's the fact that I knew several languages must have hurt his pride. What about Italian? Do we speak that? Afraid not. And you wouldn't be much help as an Italian interpreter. It should be possible if one of them speak English as well, sir. Oh yes, very true. Have you talked about foreign English? Yeah, I have, sir. Why on earth did he need until we were in the cave on the uninhabited island. That even our superiors are forgotten. This question may include some needed until but would be freaking walk to Ushima. You remind until that's no order. Yeah, let's see Beatrice's backstory. That evening I found exactly what he was talking about. What the fool? The pointless cavern submarine dog that has never been used has now being approached slowly by a submarine of an Italian navy. Of course, I knew the Italians had been now allies. However, this is the first time I've seen anything about the military with my own. What is the Italian navy doing here? In the Italians letter 1945? 43? What's going on? It was the keynote Italians. However, the one thing was acceptance and windows from both German government called the OSI, so they can continue to fight. The OSI? The Italian Social Republic. It's known as the Sado Republic. You know, the ignorant often calls the Italians cowards, saying that they surrendered the first of the Axis powers in 1943. That is not true. The military of the Italian Social Republic fought blatantly from the outbreak of the war till October 29th, October 1955. And Berlin fell just 3 days after that. Far from being cowards, they gave one hell of a fight. Still, I am impressed that the RSI Navy even had a possession of sailing that could travel all the way from Japan. Even if they did, it's a surprise that they didn't come out with this far out. Why did they ever come to Japan? To Wakajima? This submarine was both weather-worn and massive. Doom, 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 boom. Dang. The dock has never been used by one of its own country's submarines. Not anyone here would imagine end up welcoming one from a far-off nation. Other girls in Wakashima, which were only about 30, stood up attention as the submarine dock. You ever seen an Italian military before? I heard a mine or something that interested from one of the visitations was hit, and they couldn't stop the cabin feeling the upper cold in the air. Tuna was hinting about this being something very important there. You mean like hold the shame of the group with some kind of engine? Couldn't tell us what much of that I was soon because place was a tip of him. Yes, sir. I thought they hatched on the inventory, so normally it should have been the job of the commission officer, but of course I thought those were sailors. So it really didn't look like he had a dignity or composure or so like that. It probably meant that all the commission's officers in charge had died in the accident that the fall in the sun. The crew members called out of their hatch one by one and they all appeared silently and out. I wasn't sure how long the accident had happened, but they were crammed together in this tiny full of little coin gas I knew at one time could not be good for your health. And once the problem with walking ventilation system was to the fact that they couldn't afford to travel cables in the surface waters on Japan right now. They had essentially travel here in the camp for these down. All of them were unable to walk without leaning on someone else, and it looked like a bunch of people stabbing out of the hospital. Should ask them who's the captain. I'll tell them I was in charge of this island. Welcome to Japan. Do any of you speak English? Who members seem to understand that I was speaking English, as well none who could speak that. Are you someone who addressed the officers? Welcome to Japan. Are you the captain? I cannot speak English. Please wait. The officer answered in slow, laborious English, asking us to wait until they shouted something to his subordinates in the Western Italian. After asking us to wait, he shouted something to his subordinates in Western Italian. It looked as though he was telling them to get someone among them who could speak English. Ushima, what did they talk about? They asked us to wait. I might be looking for someone there who could speak English. At the moment, I heard a high-pitched cough. It was a man's cough. It was a woman's. I speak English. Bro! I speak English. I can speak English. She came down from the hatch, one with a beautiful gold veil said this in English. In this field account, the appearance of one beautiful as she seemed like an angel descending upon us. Welcome to the band. Is the captain there? The captain said. The man over there is the only officer left. Will you do anything to assist you? We like some fresh air and water. Some of us are having trouble breathing. We'd like a place to rest. We would be happy. Do you have any others? There's some who did, but they all dead. I'm the only one now. Ushima, what is that woman talking about? Who's the captain? That man from the second girl. Who's that woman? We'll see some translation there. The lieutenant wouldn't shut up. I was been surprised to see such a beautiful woman appearing from the submarine. And more than a little wanting to see all of her attention focused on me alone. Damn! Well, I guess unlucky for him, he didn't learn English. Oh shit, this guy gotta get mad. But yeah, I'm like, damn, unlucky for him. He didn't learn English for real. Oh, unfortunate. Truly unfortunate circumstances. So even we don't even know who this guy even had. This guy is like a. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything, but like he kinda. It was a mark of how divinely beautiful she was. So, it seems like she's the only one who understands English. She acted as a deputy. The captain said. The officer seems to be acting in his place. That lied man who keeps yelling at you. Don't tell me he's your superior. Yes, unfortunately. He probably doesn't like seeing me having such a beautiful lady all for myself. I didn't expect such flattery from an Asian. Your English is superb. I imagine you've been brought up very well. Like that rude man, he comes shouting! They should make you the officer in charge here. Oh, I didn't expect some flattery from a Westerner. You're an interesting man. What is your name? Yoshima Kenzo. If you don't mind, may I ask for your name? Beatrice de Castingini. Welcome, Beatrice. Welcome to Japan. Bro! That was the first time I met Beatrice, the woman who captured my heart for the rest of my life. So Beatrice was an Italian? Yes. She was the daughter of a high-ranking RSI official. Apparently, the most important caliber was her father himself. Sadly, he already died at the time they reached Wakashima. She was a daughter of a high-ranking RSI individual in Italy? Bro! Why would a high-ranking individual like that come to Japan? You're saying he went through the Suez Canal and across the Indian Ocean to came all the way here? That's a good point. If we want to reach the allies, Germany should have been much closer. So why does it make a long trip to Japan? It may have been part of some grand outrageous strategy. I don't know details. But shortly after I learned of this submarine mission was far from a minor one. They said there have been 60 of them at the time of departure. Have only 10, including Beatrice, survived. The submarines have apparently hit a mine or some nearby waters, sustained a great deal of damage. They told us they had finally repaired the wall, which had been taken out with batteries and once a large amount of collateral gas. Harbor was completely incapable of continuing further. He was realized in the moment all of the metal floating in the dark. As the sub was carried, something of immense value. The house ordered us to investigate. Of the questioning that Darlene, Beatrice, and me acting as the dictators. We completed this. thing of immense violence than her father himself. Henry Beatrice's father was extremely high up in RSA hierarchy, and it was thought that he might work inside the Italian Prime Minister himself. While in massive warship in some top secret mission, now the man himself and all the commanding officers are dead. The reason for coming to Japan still remains a mystery. However, since the High Officer was telling us to investigate, that even though we didn't know what it was, the ship broken down, the mission was unknown, and the high official that had been carrying was dead. Even the great Japanese government didn't know they were here. Italians, great and purposely lord, had come to a meaningless, fruitless end. Damn, don't say Italians were pathetic. They were fighting and they were trying to try everything. That's what we. I also seen the Japanese ocean over. It smelled like soy sauce.
お互い様です。
What a
イタリア人の髪は
Italians
パスタでできてる
had
っ
hair
て
made
思
of
って
pasta.
ます。
あら、そうよ。
Of course you
アルデンテに仕上げるには
I don't know how hard it is to get a perfect alley dia
だ
texture.
から日本人はみん
Watching
な
the Japanese
スパゲティ
all
迷
wear
路だわ。
spaghetti all near.
よくご存知で。
Oh, you know it quite a lot.
日
You
本
guys
人
do.
はシャンプーの代わりにイカスミを使
You
いま
like
す。
to use split liquid instead of shampoo.
金蔵はす
You
ごい
really
わ。
are amazing kids though.
何でも知っているの
Seems
ね。
like you know everything.
イタリアに来たことがあるの？
Have you ever been to Italy?
ありません。
You
し
never
かし
did.
本はいろいろと読みました。
A lot of your books though.
東洋人がイタリアの
An Asian man reading Italian books?
へ
Wow,
例えば
what kind of
ニ
books?
ッコロ・マキャベッリ
Nikkei
ダンテ・アリギエリ
Dr.
だからあなたが永遠の淑女であることも存じてい
I
ま
know
す
of
よ。
course you're the eternal
お
lady.
ー、なんてこ
that's a
と。
surprise.
金蔵はとんでもない
Isn't
勉
that
強
quite
家
a
だ。
book?
あなたはひょっとして
Does it mean
日
you
本
come
では
from
大
some
きな家の
Japan,
主
Japanese name?
さあ、
あなたは他の野蛮そうな日本人とはまるで違うわ。私にはわかるの。
I can tell.
あなたはきっと
You must come from
大
a
きな
noble
家の
family.
人間だわ。
Yeah, Kenzo technically kinda did come from a noble family.
後宮家は日
Or
本
do
の貴
she
族
must
の家柄な
some
の。
sort of Japanese aristocrats?
とんでもない。
Of course
宝
not.
石で一山
They
当て
managed
た
to
だけ
struck
の
out the rich by spending their
ただ
weed
の
machine.
私が勉強していたのは
I didn't put him
高
through
貴な
myself
る
for
者としての
nobility or
何を
anything
する
like
ことも
that.
許
I
せ
just
な
wasn't
かっ
allowed to do anything
た。本を
else.
読むか
Reading books, playing a lot of
酒に溺れるか
I
し
get
か
myself drunk on
やる
the
こと
road,
が
I
なか
can
った。
control myself. Richards did hadn't asked the question out of malice. Just a curious question asked from her following country. However, Beatrice was no feeling herself, so she can tell. You can tell the look on Kinzo's face.
許して。
Forgive me,
金
Kinzo.
蔵。あなたのような高
I
貴
was
な
so
人
surprised
が
that Cal class
どうし
person
て
like
こん
you
なおかしなとこ
would
ろ
be
に
a simple
警察
switch in
の
a place
高
like
く考
this.
えなかった
I
の。
just stopped to think of why.
私の一族など
I don't really care about my
死ね
family.
ば
There
後ろ宮などという
should
姓
be nothing when I'm
は
dead.
そしてそれこそが
And that would be
ようやく
found what
私を
sets
解
me
き放
free.
金蔵は
You drove the
死
island
にた
because you wanted
そ
to
んなの
die.
ダメ。
You mustn't do
家
that.
族の悲し
Your
み
family will be sad.
家族など
Family.
私には
I have no family. I have a wife for the sake of her experience and children, but I've never wanted any of them. Everything was food and danger, good like selfish, greedy old man. Being stuck on this island, I don't forget all about that. It's honestly peace. Peace. I hadn't spent each and every day complaining that I wasn't sent to the front and I hadn't managed to die yet.
私に
I
あなた
understand
の
the
苦し
thing
み
you're
は
going
わ
through,
か
but
ら
I
ない
do
けれど
realize my father's will might have
許
hurt
して
me. Forgive me,
金蔵
Kinzo. Forgive me, Kinzo. Those words I think they set me free. Out of all the Japanese people call me Oshima. But each time I hear it as a compliment, I am not in the heart to give the Oshima thing. But she was different. She called you by Kenzo. She calls me Kinzo. Yeah, it'd be like if I was called Daniel. I understand what he means by the pain of it. It'd be like if my name was Daniel Azan. And I was called by Daniel, not Odashima. So maybe just for the time I could chat with her like this, I can forget that cursed family.
金蔵
I made new just for guilty. But she seems certain that her father's words might hurt me.
ありがとう。あなたが私を金蔵と呼んでくれるから私はようやく
I think I finally met a person who truly sees me for who I am.
あなたは
So, you may be a
とても
foreigner
遠い
in
あ
a
なたの
distant
心
land.
は
I know your heart is
とて
very
も繊細
sensitive and beautiful.
私たち
You've
はきっ
gone
と
unseen and you
近所
will
に
not
住んでい
become
た
close
私
friends.
も嬉しい
I'm
あな
happy
たは
to.
私のこ
They always
と
call me
カスティ
Beatrice.
リオーニの
I'm
ご
the
令
daughter
嬢
of the
とは呼ばないわ
Castini family. See that? They are right. Yeah, we were both in the same position. Her Castini family must have been in a Norwegian place as well. Although we came from different countries, we'll finally find something we can truly understand about each other. Yeah.
金蔵は
You
親
have a
しい
nickname
者
that
に
people
は
call you
普通に金蔵と呼ばれていました
they would just call me.
じゃああなたは私
Then
を
you should
親
start
し
calling
い
me
人
Beatrice.
間は
All
私
your
のこ
friends
とを
call me,
ビ
you
ー
just
チェ
call
と呼
me
んでいた
Beatrice. No, what's the flippin' nickname of Bearto?
あなたもそうし
How
て
about
くれると
you
嬉しい
to
わ
call me that?
わかりました
Very
これから
well.
は親しみ
At
を
this point, I'll call you Beers
Beach
as a sign of our friendship.
ダメダメ
Ah,
堅
come
苦
on.
しい言葉は
You can't
ダ
talk
メ
all this stuff like
だっ
that.
て私
We're
たちは
friends
もう
now, okay? Might as well look Beatrice's face.
あの美少
I'm not how many diggers
我が
have.
記憶
A
より
smile
薄れ
will
る
never
こと
fade from
は
my memory. Nah, I see why you go crazy over that smile, Kenzo. Nah, I can see it, but
おじい様はベアト
about
リー
me
チェ
and
と出
Bill,
会
she's
うこと
mentioning we gain
自分を
yourself since.
平たく言いや
There's nothing,
Wakidana.
but he cheated on his wife.
ウィルさんは今後も
If
失言を
things
繰
is
り返され
between
る
me,
なら
I suggest
お尻を
getting
か
a
ばわり
habit
の
of
ふさをつ
covering
け
your
ることを
butt.
お勧めします
Nigga, why you say these texts, bro? You know, you don't have to picture about his ass. I guess you just wanted to be a pain in the ass. Yeah, I know what you wanted to do. Leon wanted to be a pain in the ass. I know, like, after having his butt pinched one more, Will Hopper while pathetically and pathetic accolade. Jesus Christ, what the frick is your vice grip, your hand? Nah, I don't think we want to test goddamn Leon. I don't think we want to test this dude. He got a goddamn Omega vice grip.
おじい様にとって
So yeah, I was glad if I watched
ベアトリー
yours.
チェと初めて
Very
出会われた
special for being the place you first met Beatrice.
私がこの島
But I
に来
never
る
come
こ
to this
とが
island.
な
I
け
would
れば
never
出
been.
会うこと
It was truly an island of miracles.
その潜水艦基
Is
地
there
の名
anything
残
left
で
of
あ
that
る
クワ
sublime
ドリ
today?
アンの近く
Yes,
に今も
so close to
外
the
界からは見え
Isn't
ぬ
there a
イリ
shadow
エ
cove
の
that
影
cannot be
不
seen
吉
from the
がっ
outside?
て漁師たち
After all,
も
all the
近寄ら
fishermen
なかった島だ
never approach each suddenly ill on
私
their
以外
island.
に知る者
It's likely
は
that anyone
もはや
besides
い
me
るま
know
い
of its existence.
クワドリアンと屋敷を
The two kind of uncle and
生きる
brothers
者を呼ぶ
between
力
Kuno and the mansion
その
when
基
they're
そう
in the
だ
base. That is
鍾
correct.
乳洞を
There
改
was some
造した
nonsense
広
about
大
calling
な
his
地下
rival
壕
to
で
almost
地下
out
を
of one of the
網羅
immense
し
duck
島
cabins.
内各地を要
After
塞
connecting
化す
them with the
など
bonkers
とい
across
う
the island.
私はその地下
I
洞を
made use
生
of
か
those
し
columns and have two
島の
mansions
両
built,
端に2つ
one
の
under
屋敷
each end of the island.
2つの屋敷
Two mansions
後ろ
to
宮家
family,
の屋敷と
Yoshima family,
後ろ宮家
and
か
the
ら
mansion
解放
for
された
Kenzo, which will be so
金蔵の屋
fraction
敷だった
of
の
the
です
Yoshima.
そうだ
Correct.
私には
It was
必要
something I
だ
needed.
後ろ宮という
A place for me
呪われ
to
た世
escape
か
the
ら
cursed
逃れ
name
る
of Odoshima.
もう一つの
Like the Odoshima family is kind of
しかし
cursed, not gonna lie
同
though.
情するよ
I ain't even talking about Beatrice. I was talking about other people. Still, I feel bad for you.
はるばる
Because
日
you
本
know,
までやって
it's
きて
kind of like way over here.
任務を
on
成
it.
し遂げられなかったと
I
は
パパの任務が何だった
really know
か
what Papa's plan
ど
was.
こか遠くへ
He
逃
said
げ
he needs someone far
大
away
切
and
な
hide
姫
it
でそれを
until
隠
the
さなけ
time
れば
came.
それと
What was it?
わからないわ
don't know.
それはとて
It
も
was
大切
something
なも
very
大切な
important.
姫
He
で
planned to hide it from
何
me
年も
until
隠
the
してい
white
るつも
morning.
りだったみたいいえ
Oh.
それと一緒に
And he
隠
planned for
れ
us
て
to
いるつもり
remain
だ
hidden
私
along
に
with it.
異国の地で長い時間を過ごすことにな
To
る
me,
かも
that
しれ
I
な
might
い
be
と
spending
謝ってい
a
た
very long time of soul.
アンジェロ少尉は積み荷は特
Then
になく
instant Arjun Say that you have no
君の
Congo in
父上が
particular
輸
in your
送すべ
trend.
き要人だ
And
っ
your
て
father
勝利
said
は
that
あなた
Iceland
たちを
doesn't
信用
trust
し
you
た
or the
私で
others.
さえ知っていることを
There are a few things that
ひ
just
ょっ
get
とする
hidden
と
from
勝
you.
利は
You
パパ
might
の
even
目
know
的
what
と
Papa's goal
積み荷を
was
知っているのか
or
も
the cargo
それが
was.
何だったにせよ
What if it is,
それ
it
は
isn't mission
俺らに
related
は関
and
係
it
ないねむ
has
しろ
nothing to do
同
with
盟
us.
国
In fact, given that we're
頼ってくれ
allies,
ればいいのに
we're willing to help them if only they ask.
金蔵が良い人であるこ
I
と
know
は
that you're a
勝
good
利
person,
も
Ken.
あなたは信頼で
I've
きる
even
人
told
間
an
だと伝
enslaved
えて
angel
るん
that
だ
you're a
け
man
れ
you
ど
can
どうし
trust,
て
but
男というの
why,
は
why is it that men
先ほどは
always
むやみ
be
や
so
たらと
white
厳
and
格にな
uptight
る
when they're in a
普
strange
段は
land?
みんなもっ
Not
と
only
陽気な
they're
人
all
たち
very
ばか
bright
り
and
ここへ
cheery
来てから
people.
みんな
Ever since we came
妙
here,
な
there's
空
been a
気が張
strange
り詰
feeling
む
of
勝利は
tension.
部下たち全員に
At
常
each
時
night,
銃を
Andrew
手
has
放さ
ordered
ない
that
よう
his
に命じ
subordinates
て
be
ま
on
るで
our
ここが
tongues.
敵地下の
It
よう
was
だ
as though we're in enemy territory. That was true. Italians were clearly the opposite of relaxed, and Japanese soldiers watching us began to suspect the Italians didn't really trust them at all.
軍人ならおかしい
No
こ
one
と
for
む
a
しろ
soldier.
こういう
It's
時
also
こ
at the time for
そ
them
規
to
律を引き締め
strengthen
て
of their
友
gods so
軍に
they
恥ず
don't
かし
embarrass
いところを
themselves
見
in
せた
front
く
of a
ないんじゃ
friendly
ないか
army.
就寝時には必ず寝図板を立てる
They
し
have a person to stay and watch every time they
もう
sleep.
航行できない
We're still
スク
keeping
ラ
a
ップ
lookout
同
to
然
make
の
sure
潜
none
水
of
艦
you
に
approach the
今もあ
submarine.
なたたちを近
Although
づ
it's
けない
nothing
よ
more
う
than
に
a
見張りを
scope and
立
all
てて私
stock
は
you
なんだ
now.
か
I also feel like they
日
haven't
本人を
openly
露
asked
骨に
to
毛
the
嫌いしている
Japanese,
よ
and
う
that
にも
bothers me. Dude, Augustus should treat by the submarine as if we saw any Japanese soldiers come near. You know, this is interesting. We're not going back into the past for Arc 7. Doom 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 doom. It hadn't been the Japanese particularly happy. However, submarines are still treated as classified in all countries. So maybe it's natural for them to start foreigners from approaching it without reason.
慣れない生活を
It's
強い
like
られて
uncomfortable being
みん
made
な
to live
気
in
が
a
立
way
って
they aren't
天
used
候
to.
とお上の都合で
That boat was just to take you
君た
back
ち
to
を
man as
本
to
土へ
delay
運ぶ
by
船
later
の
on
派遣
problems.
がまた遅れて
Someone would
君たちをいつ
command chain.
本
Just
土
how
へ
long
送
will
ってあ
it
げら
take
れるや
before they can send you there? I've been told that boat was sent directly from the mainland. I'm currently thinking about all the problems with the command chain and releasing airways. There's no ships to spare for a forgotten island like this. It might have been some sort of diplomatic problem. After all, the homeland would always surround it. I don't know the details. We don't know is that they were stuck on oxygen for a whole 2 weeks and no one came to get them. Because there's some small boats along the river, but nothing feasibly stopping us and taking them to a nearby island. Still watching us top degree of top secret base and contact from the outside world. Even been strictly forbidden.
仕方がないし
Well,
それも悪くない
nothing we can do about it. And it isn't really that bad,
だっ
really.
て船が来
After all,
て
the
しま
boat will
った
come
ら
for us.
金
And
蔵
I'll
とは
probably
も
never
う
see you
会えな
again,
くなってし
Kinzo.
まう
Shoot. To me, those 2 weeks were the first I ever truly lived. I was faint 20 years before, all seemed to vanish into a spark over those 2 weeks. I realized that she would have to leave this place eventually. And yet that moment feels so rich and dazzling that I found myself wishing it could last forever. I heard a voice calling for Beatrice in
アンジェ
Italian.
ロ少尉だよ
It's English
君に用
and
事みたい
Idril.
だ
Looks like he wants you for
ま
something.
たおこごと
Now
く
he's
し日
scolding
本
me.
人とあまり
He
親
says he
しく
keeps
する
yelling
なと
about how
最
I
近
shouldn't
うる
get
さ
too
い
friendly with Japanese soldiers. Outside of Boach, Lenny and Kendo. After glancing on Beatrice as well as another translate something and began to speak in Italian, just by started sounding like something very
少
serious.
尉はとても重要な
English
話がある
Adjo
から
had something important to
あ
say.
なたたちの
Let's
指揮
talk
と
with your
協力を
commanding
求めたい
officers.
と
He
言っ
seeks
て
assistance
何の
with
ことか
something.
わから
I
な
don't
い
know
わ
what.
重要な話
重要な
分かった山本注意を探
I
そう
find Lieutenant Yamamoto. Houston IJ had 2 of his subordinates with a real stony expression on his face. They have to say anything for us to realize this was something very serious. That's it. Lifted up. The wings clicked and the thick chain swing that was all clicked. Very, very slowly, it was lifted out of the submarine's cargo hold.
なるほど
Now
イ
get
タ
it.
リア人
So
ど
this is
も
why
が
they
我
tell
々を
us
戦
they want
争
us near this sub. No, Lieutenant Leo was looking at the witch I saw him with them. Unpleasant for smiles.
なんて
I'm bleeding. This is what Papa brought all this way. Girl, I've never seen anything like this. There was a mountain of gold ingots. Heavy pot gold balls of slowly lifted out of the cobra, one group after another. Now they're in the holdings of Kinzo. The gold had been their true cargo. I don't know where they were planning to take it. They might have been planning to sneak it into Japan with one of their allies. Or been on the way to hide in some remote area. Was it some sort of strategy or conspiracy embezzlement? How secret transportation of wealth? Is it because of one amount of gold and that all sorts of dark and suspicious that we didn't know anything about the truth? Whoa! Dun 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 dun. All the gold weighed incredible 10 tons. The only truth we can wrap around our minds at the moment. They have strong reasons showing this to us. However, the settlement can no longer make it seem the family continue to take water bit by bit. Wakajima have been outfitted with extremely subsidized, so there's no means of like that. Also, we can unload the cell. There's no way in which they again says put the water and sink to the bottom. It's clear that unless action was taken, the goal would soon become completely impossible to transport. And so they make a decision to unload. Of course, there ain't no efforts between for all this gold. They just asked us to help take it out. However, they take so much gold out of the chunch. They could have had changed the course of the war with this much wealth. Weapons change the course of war. But after the war, they aren't useful for anything. Money may also change the course, but what remains just as valuable after the war. There was no longer any change of the course of this war. The excess powers of blood also ended up leading to an ally with them. Anyone can tell there's something looking at the imminent things flying across the sky day after day. However, the world will still be far over after the war is over. Heaven is still upward dumbfounded as though the witch has solely lifted the duality sparkling gold. Bro, they're going crazy. So that's the mystery of the gold. So like, why did Beatrice get turned into a witch? Since we know about the gold mystery between Yamamoto, the Italians don't want us to tell the mainland about this gold. So they don't want our country to take possession of it. What did he say? He said that you could probably just take possession of the gold. Explain Andrew's foremost way of Italy itself finding out. So it's our homeless cousin governments and their group set up at the island for us. If they find out the gold will be returned to them. However, now these things heading to our enemies. How come all this ways to make sure the gold didn't fall to enemy hands? They need to hide this gold from the public guard until one can be previous told.
後ろ見イタリア人たちに手を我々は協力を申し出たい協力とはイタリア人たちの言い分は彼らはその黄金を祖国に知られることなく隠ししかしこの島から運び出そう輸送船を手配せればならないそうすれば本土に知られさらにはイタリア本国にも知られることとなる
そうなります。
In other words, there will be no longer anywhere to take the gold off Wakajima. The mission had been to hit the goal in absolute secrecy until the day of their homeland was reached. Then on, several plausible rumors would circulate on how Germany also moved much of its secret love to hide certain areas in South Africa just prior to its surrender. It was a very natural conclusion to reach. The submarine had only transported the gold in sequencing and had been completely useless. We couldn't stop the water from seeping in and probably sink and losing much longer. It's no longer anyone with the golden security. And that was, the mission ended in failure here in the far west. Just how Lieutenant Alonso was planning to assist them. Wakachi base is top secret and no one knows about it. The island is surrounding anyone believe this island to be ill-omened and deserted, so they never come near it. If you keep meeting Odashima, they're gonna create a rumor. What did he say? Until it's earlier that no one knows about the base. And see no one used it strategically, so the high was always forgotten about it. It's like you two down you hide the going on this island. Translate this to told Aslan Adri. The eyesight begins to rapidly discussing this with his subordinates. They did not look happy that Japan might be their ally, but probably didn't want the gold for reconstructing the local interest Asians. It was hard to imagine any other option for them. It's a fierce debate. I'm said there's no other option while others are way to the homeland no matter what the cost. I saw Ijo is stuck between a rock and a hard place. How that goes the final order given to them by the fallen homeland. And now there's no way the order can be carried out successfully. If our midnight or our home on fire, all the gold will probably be constant about the wrong people from the point of view. They really want to carry out the homeland laws. Lately, you've turned around Melto's explosives extremely using them. You know, you can understand the rules, you've seen the world identify that well. We're helping out. We'll be able to either go and help some others have been turned stretches all the way across the island. It's saying that we had to go underground and maybe and the time you know we'll be able to find it. You know, so it sounds like a realistic proposal. However, simply with some resistance, I guess it's accepting the Japanese assistance. They're having a difficult conversation. You really have a choice to tell them. You don't think you can hide them? Go without our help, do you? I thought you want him being around for the beach for any longer. But I don't want him as long as people who know about the code. Doesn't trust the Japanese. But he looked like he declared that Lieutenant Yamamoto was the best possible option. But he seems suspicious. About what? He's wondering whether they intend to move 10 tons of gold and swears to themselves in secrecy without any sort of compensation. 50-50. So you cannot be. And over half the gold to us. With that, I will work religiously hide the other 97 and save it for them. He's telling you to give half of it. Instant Beatrice translated this as ugly. As soon as I was just laying his hands on the desk and stood up. Instead of fletching, Lieutenant Yamamoto true to his boast, but once again being the thug that everyone feared. After he looked even more relaxed and calm than he was. After all, they only have an option of refusing. I can demand 80% we want. I can lower that to even split as a sign of good faith. Of course, and we not the only ones that are lovely. The Italians decided to leak out this time how the gold deposits were taken by the Japan not to give. And won't even get a single one. It's gonna leave a look of forefathers to find them. He's saying that we should all be part of some kind of business. And now he's already moved on speaking as an individual, not a soldier. So he's been blind like greed. You said Yamamoto was winning. He really did look as though he was blind by greed, as Beatrice would say. If they leave high up over there, if that happens, none of us will possible. I'm to accept that proposal to hide the gold as soon as possible. So like I'll sling Angela's dead son, Japanese guns not find out about this. He wants to carry out his duty until the end. So exactly what this means. Most gold buried deep within his even as the patient picks his by yourself. Most of his objection is if it begins to out of the question. How's it going over? Those are the one anymore people laying eyes on the road. They don't seem to object to the portion. I will say they consider 10%. Although he's saying that he's fairly sure that Mitsune Yamamoto won't accept it. Look, Italians, they're considered heading over 10%. This time Mitsune Yamamoto, who also slammed, this time it was Lieutenant Yamamoto who also slammed down on the desk. He was like, "Bo! No!" The Italians didn't flinch either. An incredible tension filled that small room. But despite this violent outbreak of sudden mood, Italian Yamato's expression still looked smug and in control. His body confident that now he has a position. As he said, now there's a modest revolver. Therefore I give up 10%, 46. Telling I won't go any further than that. 40% for the Japanese and 60% for the Italians. Lieutenant made it sound like he's willing to stand for that. When in truth, these negotiations were not being made on equal footing. They would not. Oh, it started raining again. If the Italians just wanted to go for themselves, it wouldn't be much of a problem. What if they really were true patrons that they ought to return the gold? Guillaume couldn't defeat a brother that was homeland for the purpose of construction. So if they would probably report the existence of the gold to the Italian in Britain, eventually the Italian government would petition the Allied nations for true load of gold. Probably wouldn't make it all the way back to 9,000, but used to repair and rebuild all the battle towns. If that happened, Lieutenant Yamato and his friends would only be able to sneak out a few ingots at most. He was greedily planning to make this his own treasure island, so that his and his subordinates can have a enormous fortune all to themselves. Greed! If you wanted as an ambitious bailout, the Italians would have to conceal the possession of gold. But there's one thing I don't get. If honestly Anjo doesn't want to let anyone have the gold, he could have just let the subordinates sink. What does he have to unload it? I'd rather not think about that. But honestly, I don't know why it's hard to let it go absolutely fine. I wish it would be possible to complete. Not exactly his subordinates. Their opinions both as soldiers and as individuals of families living back to them back on home. Most straight-laced soldiers are furious. Discussion between the Italians was fierce and emotional. One of their homeland father came all here with the coins as his daughters. The father had given the mission that was particularly to be faithful and duty-minded troops. Seemed like they couldn't agree with the father's presence, they blazed him, and so it split up the gold. Oh, the good thing is that if something happened, they couldn't touch the gold. He was doing all he could to calm and unexpected needs for the waitress was supporting. Let's still go to finding too. You see, no one can sort out their own personal things and what they want to be perceived. That's the answer coming. Push you. Let's say they're asking for an answer. They're saying they want some time to think. I have you to talk to, so I can't offer some things. But that isn't true for the rest of them. They lost a lot of karma at the end of a very long journey, and now they're in a tight spot. They have lost even their mission, but one thing they can depend on the guide. They don't know what to do.
Chewie.
Sure. They
彼らは時間
say
が
they'd
欲し
like
い
to have some time. Sure, let them talk it all over all they want, but there isn't much time. If we're gonna hide it, it's gonna take time and effort. Make a decision before each other. That's all, Italians.
回答期限
He's
明
giving
日
you
の正午だぞ
a noon tomorrow. And that's it. It's like he's trying to threaten me.
少尉は
That's
全
what
員の意見を聞くと
Andrew
言っ
is
て
saying.
も
You asked for everyone's opinions. How does it work? They're
な
probably
ん
gonna be
か
tough
少尉
on
自身は
It seems like
山
outside
分けもあ
ways
り
to
得る貸し
consider
会の
it.
他の
But
仲間
it's
たち
important
も
that others will oppose that.
この
Other
結婚ま
must
では後悔
close links
彼らは
will
固くな
work
り
to the far east.
祖国
Their
への忠
families
誠を
decide
貫きたがっている
their duty for their homeland.
周囲の申し出は
Will they refuse to tell me it's
断って
closing?
も
Even if they do,
どう
the
せ
goal
黄
falls
金は
to
誰に
someone's
も
head.
残らないなら
If nothing's
せ
gonna
め
be
て
left
インゴ
then
ットの一
also
本ずつでも
Italians
密かに持
just
ち帰
will
ろうと
sneak
いう
at least
少尉
one
に
ingot back with them in some other
こういう
security
時
place.
の男って
Men always get carried
勢
away
いだ
at
けが
times
迷
like
走する
this.
のは私も見当がつ
Even
く
I can't guess what they would do. Damn. I was Italians have some conflict feelings about
彼
this.
らにとって
Otherwise, the Italians have somewhat of
帰国同然だ
that's probably like an
黄
inland
金をそのイ
country.
タリアに返
Wouldn't
還す
go
る
back to Italy or
彼ら
some
の
meaning of
長い
the Thai
旅路
approach.
しかし
However,
黄金を着
it
服して
doesn't
山
explain
分
the
けする
goal
こ
would
と
also
に
reach a meaning of the
彼
dream.
らが義理立てすべ
The
き
country
責任
felt
を全て
obligated
負
to
う
serve
その時
that
点
had already
彼ら
fought
の
that
旅路の
only
意味
destroyed a significant
火の
children.
鳥の話だ
A happy story for them.
どうせ意味のないことなら
But it's bound to be
インゴッ
meaningless
トの一
anyway.
本でもありつけた
When
方
keeping
が
hold of you
ま
is
だ
just a
マシ
few
だと
and gets better than nothing. Yeah.
損得感情で言えばそうなる
Sure, even when they calculate straight up profit and
そう
loss,
ならねえのが
but men aren't like that. Italians will gather and crap out all the
反対で
excuses.
す
I don't like
死ん
it.
だ戦友たち
We
のた
must
めに
really
も
true to our
断固
shoulders
軍人
speeches
魂
until
を
the
貫
end
くべきです
for the sake of our fallen Kalmats. Yeah, it kinda sucks. I don't like it. We must remain true to the soldier spirit until the very end for the sake of our fallen comrades.
貫くとはどういうことか
How do you define
こ
what
の
makes
島に
true?
黄金を隠
By
せとい
hiding
う
gold on this
東洋
island?
人たちの申し出を受ける
Like
ということ
accepting the
か
proposal of those Asians?
東洋人たちは信用できません
Can't trust them.
あの山本という
Especially
男
that Yamato.
断じて油断できません
Mustn't let our guards down.
黄金を荷上げして日本人たちに
Although
見ら
the
れたの
goal
はや
in
はり
Japanese
失
sea
敗
is
艦
a
と
huge
共に
mistake.
沈めるべきで
We
した
should have just let it sink with the whole sub.
日本人の基地で沈めてど
One
うする
so lie. Let's just. I'm getting right in time Japanese.
やがていつかは引き上げられる
I'm proud of
隠したことにはならない
I ain't anything. Oh, a wonderful idea. Let's think inside the Japanese base will be pulled up
いずれ
eventually.
にせよ
There's no way
こ
to
の
get the
島から
gold
黄
off this
金
island
を
without
誰に
anyone
も知られずに運び
without
出す方
anyone
法は
knowing
ない
any case.
洋上で名誉ある自
So
治
we
の
just
選ん
took
で
in
い
the
たら
honor
こん
part
な
and
ことには
cut it as none of this would
艦の
happen.
ダメージが致命的だったことが
If we had
あの
known
時
that
点で
the
分
sub
かっ
was
ていた
already
ら
exactly on repaired.
どうしてあの時少佐は日本軍に
Why
救
do you have
援
to
要請
ask the Japanese for help to add
日本
line?
軍にこの黄金のこと
How
を
are
知
you
ら
able
れた
to carry
ら
out this
少
mansion
佐は
they
どう任務を遂行する
found
つも
out
りだった
about
ん
the
だ
gold?
少佐が救援要請を出した時点で
For the moon,
我々
yes,
諸
no
君に
for
も
help.
祖国で待つ家族がいるはずだそして極
And
東
we've
の
more
島
than
国
done
ま
our
で
part voyaging
よく
our
航
way
海
on
に
this
耐えた
island to the far east.
それに対する
You call it
これは
fair
正当な報酬なの
and
だという
just payment
考
for
え
our
方もある
service? Seriously, I'm like, damn, they're cooking.
死んだ親友たちが浮かばれないこんな目に
But I'm also like, damn, Edge line.
日本人が友好
The
的でない
Japanese
場合
people prove to be
我々
less
は最終的解決手段を辞さない覚悟が必要です
embargoable. We be prepared to take extreme measures.
伍長
You mean, what
最
do you
終
mean
的解
extreme
決手
measures,
段とは
Captain?
何か
Something gold. So tension hang over the room.
日本人たちはたるみ切っています
No Japanese people here
実戦経験もない
no
腰抜け
coward,
ばか
no
りです
battle experience. Yep.
我々は聖兵
We
です
all
すで
the
に基
least.
地内の
We
間取り
know
の
the
ほぼ
layout of
全
the
て
entire base of
日
all
本
of
人の
that.
人数
Never sure
配置状況は把握しています勝利の命令があれば
I was saying,
短時間で
Anjo
制圧
gives
でき
the
るで
orders.
しょう
We should be able to subdue the core.
戦闘員と思わしきは山本を
I
含
know
め
you
て数
feel no
人
longer
程
so included like life.
残りは軍属の作業
Most
員
are
不
just
勢です
labels attached to the military.
上辺の人数は日本人が上です
We
が
look like advantage
実質兵力ではこ
but
ち
we
らが
have
優
way
位で
of
す
military force.
日本人を殺せば
We can kill the Japanese
迎えの船が来た時それをどうごまかしようがないぞ
Do you think it would work?
死体さえ見つからなければ
There should be
どうぞ
plenty of
お
ways
任
to
せ
knock
で
the
す
corpses off down.
勝利
I explained that.
この基地を制圧するのは山本以下主要な兵士数人を殺してみせればあっさり
Down
と
to
作
the
業
few
員
strong
を
lives
す
of
るでしょ
labels of someone that evil.
彼らに黄金を運ばせ地中に埋めましょう
Let's have them kill the gold and
も
bury
ちろん
it.
彼らの基地は永遠に塞ぎますよ
And of course, we have to silence them afterwards.
日本人たちを
Maybe that's a judgment as to all of them.
殺しましょ
Let's do it.
う全員殺せば
Let's
黄
kill
金
them
のこと
all.
は誰にも知られずに済
No
む
one
の
have
です
to know about the gold. Open slightly, and the metal arch got been thrown in.
グラナダ
Wanda! The yellow wing on the table was kicked over use of the shield, and they all dropped to the floor. However, the camp would not do them any good. The Italians were all prepared for death.
不発
Dud. It's a dud. Fortunately, the shouting grenade was a dud. The door slammed open and 3 Japanese soldiers wielding pressed jumping. Damn it, it's a dud.
イタリア人ども
Kill the Italian, kill the
応戦
Italian.
しろ各自自由
Don't
発
fire,
砲
fire at will. This morning, no matter who shot it, it's not based on shooting the bullets between colors of the blood, the catchers on both sides. The 3-year drone covered blood having full of morning and flashing. Gino! Damn it. They got us on cannot save him.
こんな犠牲だ
We consider this lucky. If they hadn't done, we would all died. Made us so worried about the war. It had been a surprise attack. Telling Yamato was probably charging negotiators and not those who were present at his system. Unless he might be playing some games to put in a position of error to take over. Once the gathering knowledge were in place. All the drama belonged to Japanese. If they killed all the Italians, there was not half of all the gold focusing. Still a chance to grenade off being moved. The Italians rushed into the corridor. I heard a gun fall from down the hallway. The constant direction was suddenly dark. Suddenly the troops gathering the power of gold was being attacked. Absolutely. Andrew, where are your orders?
やむを得ん
We have no choice.
日本人は殺
Kill the
せ
Japanese.
注意
Lieutenant.
あいつはできます
These guys are good.
この連中
The
ただの
Italians
じゃね
aren't your lead. I see they needed men good enough to go, so we have enough people to force one and kill them. Let's hunt some Italians. As soon as I heard the gun with the sound, that's why I knew. And who had been spotted on them since the time was unloaded had finally built into fire. The eyes of the soldiers, when looking at the door, had not been done. He had seen them looking like they were trenched by the demons. Bro, like, jeez, my bees. The Italians have been looking for things were having blood in their beds. We wouldn't have snapped out of the meeting each other this morning. We can't instantly wish us the lighting. I had to do something. I went towards the final gunfire. Oh, that was a truly foolish thing. That's how about they were shooting each other. They were killing each other. Yeah, as I was a dash short of time, they were trying to mess and screw you off like. It didn't take long before I know how foolish and I knew it was because we didn't love. I went off the road and was lying face down, blood and covered in direction to left. His body was behind him, and stood like this since I went to fall like he was in good news behind. Now he was still tortured, he might not be dead yet. On his own without a doctor, usually he had a doctor, how was going to go between him and movement check. This many times in his chest. Several times in his chest. Damn. When I look out of the wound, he must have called out. I saw two more blood-stained Japanese corpses. Dick. I felt God was suspecting him over my mouth open and shocked. I'm the thing I've ever felt someone ever faced death in my life. The entire world was at war. Even though my lips dying of reason was the first time I'm facing death directly. Ridiculous. I didn't enjoy knowing how to die. I didn't mind about not being sensitive to someone. Yes, so rejoice, Kindle. This is the death you were looking for. Why not spread your hands up and be all about comforting and magnificent death? Someone came running towards me. It was a college of mine, Japanese and Tuckers. That shows me a pale face of an owl boy. His face seemed wholly concerned with terror. My father looked at me. I just knew what happened. We all killed him. When yelling and telling us, I told him wrong love, and he got on to the man we fell into it. Winston was sweating because the bottle of water was starting to speak. What? As soon as he spilled both the ball, he said in one blow that he died. And even the strong man Susan and died right from him didn't catch my attention. No living thing was considered a death to others but a fundamental thing. I think that matters is whether they deserve to die or not. My attention was fully occupied by dirty, grumpy voices. As I went back, the person much more than he was bleeding against me. Flesh tore, blood splattered. A warm splash had covered my face. When the Italians were trying to fish him off, his belly was so smooth and good. I foreshadowed him. That's not understood stimulus, but I mean to rejoice Kindle. Now you finally got what you want this time. The Italian had me find out the fish off. You may aim at the man who was fighting at me, Miyoshi and Kindle. My budget closed his sight, so I was up for a dash away, trembling over myself. My hands on the push against the floor hollow. My hands I push against the floor hollow to the wing finger finger. This is that human truly came with this all the gods. I turned all over there and running from the hook of my body. It was painful a lot. It didn't matter at all. I was yelling over it, I don't look a little running, chasing after me. I didn't want to look back, so I kept running. I was like, what's behind me? This is death. Don't you want to die? No, I don't want to die. Right. I didn't want to die so badly, but now I know. I don't know how wonderful it is to be alive. Stop me, dude. I can only be feeling myself as I was dying. I was talking about how I was trying life for the first time. I was finally born. I want to live. I want to live. I want to live. I want to live. I don't want to die. I want to live. See you right now. I want to see you. I die. I will be killed. People people. She might be killed too. If you live and she dies, you might as well be dead. I know everyone. Fall in tears. Not enjoy. I stumbled over a little, I just fell and come to the senses a little. When I stumbled over something, I fell and was not able to come to my senses a little. It's good to me, snowflakes to go on, and it has to go over the tall days. Yes, are you okay? I'll find and take it to a safe place. You know what body for all these tunnels to all the calls. This is part of my big exception. He knew the first time I've ever lived, the first time I've ever born. If you die, I'll die again. I can't even feel every time my body became good. Not as though she became a buzz of death. Of course, I was terrified that I might really get shot or so I thought I no longer wanted to die and choose violence. I was able to overcome my fears. What else is going on? What is all of this? There's no need for you to know. Just come to your countrymen call. No, it's Predator! Predator telling his voice. He's over there. And God damn it, Asian. Woven stood with Beatrice behind his back and Louis shot two men while she had the 290 was blood up. However, one of them 8mm bullets from the Type 9 pulsing gun like this is one straight into Louis' chest. As all the police officers struck in the chest, they all fell down with me. Oh no! I became the G-Man. Ubits! Go up to the surface. Hide in the forest. Aren't you reach out? Next person will be able to command after the Japanese soldiers arms. Also, please go to just addition to Beatrice, should probably survive nearly in If it hadn't come to this way anyway, we should have taken this one as a hostage at first place. Damn annoying, that's what they are. Not just that. We should use them on to snatch up Umineko. Picking out a gun without hesitation. Italian women sure are skilled. Damn it. You both managed to screw it up. He's the last part to dying who let him know on the street. Hell, it wasn't particularly surprising. This wasn't the only place that this happened. Nearly everybody in the city had cleft checks, so both sides shot weapons in the situation that was almost too close. The fast way to pull the drill immediately only 6 another person. That was the only way to make it through this battle without ending up with a bullet in your chest. Because both Japanese and Italian killed each other without hesitation. It was sometimes for the true and late own countrymen, and they unexpectedly ran into each other. In the midst of all this, the large numbers of Japanese men who had no idea what was going on towards the north became victims of it. And then, out of the other holding gun, everyone reflexed before the true and anyone holding themselves try to stay online. The slaughter engulfed the whole base. There was a few battles taking place in the submarine dock, and the massacre was sitting upon the shore in such a place. Once the non-combatants on the base were killed before they knew what was going on. The Italians indeed like these and choosing the numbers against drop bit by bit, and the bloods and corpses stayed going on the base. At first it was probably been a follow gunfight, however they gradually began to save them. The violence in the most basic cause of wars. Black men, they tried to kill all foreigners you don't understand. While they heard words of unborn standards for each other. By that point, the screams of foreigners saw no different from man-shaped beasts. Damn! After all, they couldn't understand the pleading of American language. So a long time ago turned into a real massacre. And the number of dead surpassing the number of living sons against the same time. As though it felt like everyone died in that society when who got through the tears. There was a scream, Chris shot a gun, and the one who remembered the master was saved. This happened over and over again, until eventually true silence fell. It was marked by a pitiful end for those who lay astray by gold. The leader of the Augusta had survived managed somehow. He got nothing but corpses of friend and foe. All was quiet on more than the base. If he had careless enough to call, he might be shooting from shadows. So he snuck like a partner, breathing quietly, searching for the remaining enemies. There was no sign of any living person. Maybe all the people on the base had died. Damn Japanese. The Japanese struck first, but at the time they also were talking about killing them. Simply made the first move has been claimed. Perhaps we should be grateful for today. And when both came to succor, there's no honor for us. We would be made failures at our mission, unfit for the face of our dead combats. Perhaps dying here in the far east and alongside my gun is more fitting into a soldier. From the corner, I saw the sound of the leg being dragged while I was trying to hear. So seriously wooden and shifty and left, noticing them before they can gladly help my chance. At this stage, there's no point in taking any prisoners. We must dispose of all the Japanese. I dash over quickly check who they are, sure if it's Japanese was nothing more. I've been hiding my footsteps the whole time. They probably don't even know I'm here. When shifting the footsteps are close enough, Aji leaned over to the corner and raised his gun. The voice of which him spoke Italian. What? Huh? been looking for you ever since Aiju. That makes all of you. I've been counting you to come closest you see. No, don't die. Listen, Aiju. What point for Aju's words? He's gonna feel the forth in his ease, and his listed body crumble and stop moving. Yamato's accuracy with gun wasn't particularly strong. However, Aju had waited until the fairly close for jumping up, so Yamato had been able to hit his target. He had managed to shoot a short bullet in one hand, tilting one at the opposite with another. I watched him like gas in his place. I'm the only one who isn't dead. Trash, all of them. And you fight without using the one that's using the booze. Let go! Why? If you just make provocative, I would at least spare your life. It was such an obvious line that he wore a bitter smile. The Italians were spies looking for the enemy, and they all died along with the gas in the gunfight. That story they also wanted to tell, so they couldn't protest any Italian survived. At this point, he wasn't able to keep in time for a goal, but he knew he started being able to could. Even that could be his work from now on. Richard suddenly hung their head, rushing yelling for me. Someone, help, someone! You did. He almost managed to escape, however, Yamato quickly grabbed a weapon trigger. He fell and back, and Yamato mostly stopped his foot down on his stomach, pointing down at him. I don't make a hobby of tearing Tom and die. Listen, Yamato, she has nothing to do with this. Let go of her. Yamato shortly jumped from the shadows. He was holding a nose starting from one of the corpses. Oh, so you're alive. Let go of her. You're hurting her. Because you wasn't. You tipped the Italians off. What are you talking about? I also didn't know what the really happened in the surprise attack here, which you have been certain had failed. So he had decided that Kenzo must have tipped him off. Your father's surprise attack now look like that you return himself. I know you've been working with him to do this one. And you see you all tough because you're blind like gold. Monkey. This man has shot people begging for their lives. You're sure you do. Like talk Italian. If you open your mouth again, I won't hesitate to shoot. Yeah, it hurts. Naruto runs his heel into Beerus'. What the fuck, dude? Stop it, stop it. There's nothing to do with this. You're playing on a superior officer. Stop and think of that fool. If we agree on the same story, we can have about gold all to ourselves, right? Bow! Bow! I can only go out losing myself, but we work together to get out even more. I don't mean this is your superior officer. Let's split it up between us men. Have you already killed the last person you say is with the goal with Ojishima? Looks like you prefer lead to gold. Without hesitation, I'm going with his bell gun and kills a bullet. I'm not sure what place things was like here. The guns were bang him in bit that a bullet and went down and slammed to kill him. How could you? You got. Now that he got goes on discussion getting a reproduce of Roger Uncle White from against Crash. After money and playing with Demon Crash caught on so at this time all shit. Yes. Die! Pretty sure I was hoping that she was just gonna come clean. Oh well, I had it while I was over there and I had the shot. Take splits of blood split out of Yama's chest. Just as you take me in life, so you say, take your life. for mine. Was Yamato able to hear Kenzo's last words to him, and last moment Yamato sneezed in the wind, and then he fell backwards with a trailing of blood for his body. Kenzo, are you okay? I'll show you a mid-shot. Major stood up, but doubled on and started coughing. Are you hurt? My words are hurt. Blue was really stomping him hard. He'll be alright? I hope they aren't bugging. Italian women don't bug so easily. But thanks. I owe you my life. If you hadn't come, it would have ended all ended here. Yamato had shown no mercy. But was probably quacked. I have an option of waiting approximately several days for the trip that was coming. Yep, I believe it. I made a decision to fulfill off this island. And he kept lying about preserving the secrets and best is lying they were dead. The man who yelling about preserving the secrecy of the basement was lying they were dead. Next island was Namjo was close. Boat should be able to take us there. And take you to the hospital. The wound might be more serious than you realize. I never knew there was a hospital at the time. I used to go over there to take you to the next one. Take you to the hospital. Let's go. I knew it would turn here to clean up the rest of the summer, or else I'd be cool. Umineko Project. I request, please don't take me to the hospital. Why? If I go to the hospital, the embassy is connected, I'll eventually be sent back to England. If that happens, I'll be interrogated about all kinds of things. I won't be acknowledged those people who let Mama die.
私の帰るべき祖国はないの。ここが私の終点。
No home for me to return now, so this is the end of me. So there's nowhere I want to go anymore. The people who were so kind to me, like Anja, Rubens, and everyone else, they're all dead. Damn. Because of that you want to die here too? I thought Italian women won't live. Hey Kenzo. What does it mean to live? You only taught me that, don't you? Living is more than just breathing. Damn!